Winners don't use drugs.
Do they? Just got shot in the. I just got shot in the stomach.
I really
What's
wish
up,
you'd stop
everybody?
doing that.
What's up, Darius, Carol?
Dr. Slash,
Thank you for joining me.
thank you for hosting.
Hi.
Oh, Dr. Giggles, 1992 joint.
Oh man, what a movie!
Yeah, Larry Drake. We were discussing him earlier. Was it last week when we were talking about Darkman?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even remember him.
Yep. Oh, you didn't realize that it was Durant from Darkman this whole time?
Oh no, because I didn't even occur to me.
Yep. Yeah, he was also the handy capable guy in on LA Law.
I never watched that.
Like what?
You know something? I never watched LA Law either, but for some reason I knew every single person on the fucking cast. I don't know how that happens. I think it's the same thing with like NYPD Blue. I never watched NYPD Blue, but I know everyone that was on the fucking cast of that show.
Were they from your neighborhood?
No. Jimmy Smits, that guy's not from my neighborhood.
Oh, NYPD doesn't come into the Bronx.
Ricky Schroeder's not from the Bronx.
Ricky Schroeder. With the silver spoon.
Yeah. And it's weird. that kid, like when I used to watch Silver Spoons, I was like, that kid's head is fucking weird looking.
Yeah, there's something off about his face.
But girls loved him. You know, they loved his face. I remember.
I'm a girl. I didn't love his face.
He was one of those teen
Weird.
beat, those teen beat magazine '80s, like one of those poster kids, like New Kids on the Block and shit like that.
Yeah, I see what you mean now. Yeah, his face looks a little uneven. You know, sometimes like cute kid actors will grow up and just kind of look weird.
He looked
Like,
weird then.
Like what's his face? He always kind of looked weird. Little Anakin.
Oh, Jake Lloyd. Yeah, well, he doesn't act anymore anyway.
Yeah, he became a psycho.
I mean, he had quite enough of that. Yeah, I think it messed with him.
He was in Jingle All the Way.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You wanted a Turbo Man.
Dude, like even Elijah Wood is kind of a funny looking adult, but he's not ugly or weird looking. He's just kind of funny looking.
If Harry Potter was a decade earlier, he would have played Harry Potter, I think.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Anyway, fuck this bullshit. We watched Dr. Giggles. 1992 joint.
This movie starts running.
Oh
right
shit.
out the gate.
Right out the gate.
Now, Dr. Slash here doesn't like a movie that keeps you waiting.
He's very impatient.
Yeah,
Well,
he doesn't like a movie that beats around the bush for 30 minutes.
Not always. Not always. There are certain movies that have a slow burn that I do like.
Rarely.
A movie I watched today had the slowest goddamn burn. Movie I watched before Dr. Giggles. Or whatever. I'm not going to talk about that shit bomb called The Batman. Anyway.
Yeah, and when we watched The Driller Killer, I just remember you kept saying, like, when are we going to get to the driller killing?
Oh, yeah, he was getting angry.
I was expecting drilling and killing.
Listen, they also kept showing the full practices of that band in that terrible band in that movie.
Yeah, in the painting.
They kept like zooming in on all the stupid ass looking band's faces and playing their whole songs. I couldn't take it.
Yeah,
but this one's right off the bat, boom. Opening.
Like, is this the Driller Killer? Or is this the shitty band movie?
It was more of a shitty band movie than a Driller Killer movie. Oh, and the starving. Oh yeah, that whole thing. He was a starving artist. Whatever. Fuck that. This motherfucker is a doctor. He's a hardcore doctor. Much better character than the driller killer.
Mm-hmm. And he's kind of a funny man. He's got a bunch of corny one-liners.
Yeah,
But,
there he is.
Yeah, they're kind of groaners, but they're amusing.
His throat vision, Dr. Giggles.
Yeah, he's like open wide and say, "Ah."
I don't think I ever saw a movie that had throat vision. It had throat cam.
Yeah, even Deep Throat didn't have throat cam.
Well, that was a 70s movie. They didn't have the technology.
Well, I don't know if that's probably a prosthetic there. It's probably some kind of like throat prop.
Well, they did pretty good with the effects in this movie. I would definitely say the effects were good in this movie.
Yeah, the blood didn't look like corn syrup. It didn't look like oil.
I'm trying to think of what would be a bad effect of what I remember from seeing this. I can't think of one.
I think like the glass shattering when a girl accidentally bumps into it.
The house
that was
yeah, that was pretty bad.
That was probably the most unbelievable thing to me.
She went flying backwards through it.
Yeah,
Boosh.
real glass doesn't do that.
What's up, Manticore?
Yo, what's up, Manticore? Manticore.
Hi. Yeah, just waved at the
like,
computer screen.
It looks like nobody got their notification tonight.
That's fine.
Either from other channels.
That's fine because I could talk about this more than I could talk about Attack of the fucking Killer Tomatoes.
I'm gonna rickroll you with it.
It had to, like
tomatoes do a body good.
No joke. Like 45 minutes into the stream last week, I was like, "What the fuck else am I going to talk about?" It's like,
yeah, that was our shortest episode.
And I left early.
Yeah, you were there for probably 45 of those minutes. But you watched this. What did you think of this, Cal?
I liked it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I didn't care for his giggle.
You didn't think it was funny?
It's creepy.
Of course it's creepy.
I know, but it was a little too extra on the creep.
Do you not
I enjoyed.
Do you not see what the motherfucker's face looks like? Of course he's.
I see what his face looked like. But no, I enjoyed the movie. I liked it. I had fun.
You know, he never really smiles. He just laughs. Hey, what's up, GMC?
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't really smile.
Nope. He just laughs. And we find out.
As a kid, he smiles, though, when we see where he gets his giggle from.
Right.
Flashbacks of him as a kid. He does smile on his mom's deathbed.
Yeah. And in the follow-up scene where we see the second flashback of him as a kid, which was the most disturbing part of the movie, but we'll get to that.
Oh yeah. Well, I wouldn't say that was. Would you say that was the most disturbing part? Was it because he was a kid?
Well, that and just the whole thing of what was happening. Yeah, that second flashback was more disturbing than any of the kills.
Oh, have a good night, Bone. Thanks for stopping.
Good night, Bone.
Bye, Bone. We'll miss you.
Okay, so the opening scene. Let's go to the opening scene. We see a surgery happening.
Yep, a heart surgery.
You know, in the room in the stadium type room.
Right. Well, the very first thing we see is bad CGI of inside of a vein.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those are
red blood cells floating around.
That's probably the worst effects we had of the movie. There you go. That's right. I forgot about the opening scene.
Yeah, I could throw that effect together in like 5 hours.
Yeah.
And like a heart beating, and then it zooms out, and we see an incision being made.
It also says this was a Dark Horse production, which made me wonder if it's Dark Horse Comics.
Let me look that up.
Yes, it is. Okay, it is.
Is it based on a comic?
Well, there was a Dr. Giggles comic, but I thought it was after the movie. I thought that Dark Horse had made it after the movie. I could be wrong. Wait, all right. Original release was October 23rd, 92. Following writing and directing Dr. Giggles, Kodo, the creator, created some more original stories about the character for a then upcoming comic series from Dark Horse. Okay. So it was a
Okay,
movie.
you're right.
Was a movie first. Okay. But it would have to be a prequel of him in the asylum. Right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I
Okay.
guess so.
Can't spoil it too soon. All right, he's doing a surgery on someone, and we see there's people watching. And then we get people walking down the hallway saying, like, oh, shit, we don't know where he is, blah, 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 blah. They walk in and see the aftermath of the surgery, but Dr. Giggles isn't there.
Nope. The guy's heart, his chest is like splayed open.
The forceps, like, fucking, like, 6 pairs of forceps opening his chest.
Yep, and the heart has been removed.
Removed.
Blood all over the light. And then we get to see the mental patients were let loose, and they're the ones observing the surgery.
Yeah, and they're all laughing from the gallery above the operating room.
And then Carol laughed at something one of them did.
What?
What were they? What? Remember the window?
With all the people at the window? But he was wearing his clothes.
No, there was one of the mental patients was licking the window.
Oh, yeah, the window licker. She was going at it.
A literal window licker.
And then he just murders his way out of the asylum.
Yep.
How
yes,
many?
He does.
I can't even remember how many people he murdered on his way out of the asylum. All right, wait. He has the guy's severed arms and starts massaging a nurse with the severed arms.
Oh yeah. Hold me, baby.
And she's like, "Oh, not here, not here."
Gross. She was making out with just a set of arms.
Yeah.
So
I kind of like the reveal that at first we think he's a doctor, and then once he commits the murder, we realize, oh, he's a mental patient who's dressed up as a doctor, and also that his first several victims were not black.
Well, we do get black victims later on, but
eventually,
not the first ones. Not the first ones.
Right. So that was
also,
pretty cool.
We should realize he was crazy. I mean, of course, if you saw the preview of this, you would realize he's the crazy guy in the whole movie. But the original surgery he's doing, the dude is wearing his suit. He's wearing a suit, and he's got his chest broken open doing surgery.
Yeah, he's not in like a gown, as you would expect.
So, all right, after the nurse, who else does he murder? I can't remember if he murders anyone in between the nurse and the guy whose key card he gets.
Well, I remember it was almost like a throwback to Body Parts because he pulled out the bone saw.
Yeah.
And so you get to see someone in a hospital getting murdered with a bone saw.
He busts out the bone saw in the original scene, in the very opening scene. Yeah. The bone saw.
Bone saw. He doesn't decapitate anyone like in Body Parts.
Yeah, this one is kind of. I would throw this along in the same category as Body Parts. Weird, medical horror shit.
Yeah, although it's definitely cornier. It's more.
Oh yeah, this is definitely cornier than Body Parts.
Yeah, it's more. I don't know if I would call it satirical because I don't think it's mocking the genre of horror.
And there's no turtlenecks in this one.
It's no chain.
This one was
No.
severely lacking turtlenecks, but we did get some hair.
Oh yeah, I don't think this was in New England because it looked like they were in a very warm climate. There's a lot of like sundresses and
Let's see if they tell us where this fucking
and the thought with the
thought,
button down
yeah,
shirt tied off above the midriff.
Yeah, her little sundress.
Yeah,
Sitting with her legs open for business while she's blowing a saxophone.
Hi, Sherry.
She was legit giving the saxophone a blowjob.
Yeah. You quickly recognized in this movie which girls put out.
How was?
All right. Well, what the fuck was it called? Moortown?
More High.
More High.
Yeah, the town was called More High.
Yes. All right. We get the name of the town, but we don't get what state they're in.
Right. Moorehigh, right? But we know. We all get the pun.
Well, he also claims, before he goes to More High and he escapes the asylum, he's like, I'm going to exact revenge on you or whatever the fuck. The doctor's coming. He's full of puns. He's full of like Schwarzenegger and fucking Batman and Robin. He has many, many different puns.
Yeah.
Like he watches a kid just mindlessly playing Dr. Mario. He's not going to kill him. He just looks at him and goes, terminal.
Terminal, yeah.
And walks away.
Thank God he didn't hurt the kid.
Yeah. This was one of the few movies we watch where kids aren't getting murdered.
You sure do know how to pick those movies, don't you?
Yeah. On a scale of like the Joker to Mr. Freeze. His one-liners are more like Mr. Freeze.
All right, if I pick a movie with kid murder, it's not because I'm picking it on purpose.
I'm not picking it for the kid murder. It just happens to be about kid murder.
Be there, exactly.
Yeah, it always comes as a surprise once we watch it.
Listen, I picked Hobo with a Shotgun, and I forgot about that. I had thought I'd seen this movie before. I thought I saw this movie before. I didn't remember a single thing about it, so I guess I didn't see this movie.
Maybe you were more high.
I could have been more drunk. I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's why I didn't remember a lot of Above the Shotgun. But yeah, sometimes you watch a movie and then 20 years later you watch it again, and it's like watching it for the first time.
Well, Carol, did you say you saw this movie before?
I did. I did not remember it though. I must have been more high.
All right, so apparently, if you're high or drunk, you're not going to remember this movie. I don't know. I'm going to remember this movie tonight.
I just watched it and I already I forgot a lot of the order of events. But
the order of events. Well, all right. What happens after he escapes the asylum? He's going to claim more high for himself. Okay. So he killed that guy for his key card. He gets the car to go to More High.
Oh yeah. There's a car leaving the asylum, and it's fenced off. The guy pulls out his key card to leave, and Dr. Giggles he kills him. Does he have a one-liner for that?
Oh, I'm sure he did. He didn't kill anyone without talking shit first, right? I can't think of a point.
No, but he basically just kills him, and then does he take the car too? He takes the key card and then takes the car.
And goes More High.
So basically, it was a carjacking.
Murder / carjacking.
Right. So that's how he gets out and into the world, and then from there it cuts to our hero, right?
Yeah, she's our hero of the movie.
If anyone has watched Charmed, it's Piper.
Holly Marie Combs.
Yes.
Well, she's got heart issues.
Yeah.
She's got a boyfriend with fucking planet-sized hair.
Yeah, big hair.
Yeah, I described him as a Zach Braff type, mostly because of his
Yeah,
haircut and his
or like
clothes.
Patrick Dempsey a little bit. He looks a little
Yeah.
bit like Dempsey.
He has to register that hair helmet.
Yeah, he's a few inches in the back from having a fucking mullet.
Well, it was feathered on the top.
Yeah,
It was so tall and fluffy.
just a few more inches in the back, and he would have had a Patrick Swayze Roadhouse mullet.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Max. Yeah, Max.
Yeah.
So they're both college students, and they're on campus when we meet them. And Jen is leaning up against a tree, and Max comes in for a kiss, and then a couple of skanks walk up to them and start I don't know, talking shit.
Skanking it up. Yeah.
Yeah, one of them has like a button-down shirt with the sleeves rolled up and like the bottom tied in a knot above the midriff.
Total skank.
Yeah. And Jen is not too happy to see them. She gets a little.
She's a
Not a fan of
skankophobe.
skank.
She's a skankophobe. That's her problem.
Right, and her boyfriend Max is kind of a skank magnet,
Yeah.
and so as they walk away, he leans in for another kiss, and she just kind of brushes him off.
She's got heart issues.
Just can't get
Yeah.
excited.
She's afraid to
Bye.
love.
She's got that thing on her stomach that the ugly woman like pokes on her when she walks past Dr. Giggles' mansion.
Right, yeah. She goes to the doctor, and he's like, "Well, you're gonna have to have this heart surgery, and well, don't worry about it. It's not life threatening, and we do this kind of thing all the time. Just don't get too excited, and don't drink any coffee, tea, or alcohol."
Hi, Smirk.
What's up, Smirk?
Okay.
Hey, little Smirk. And he makes her wear this little device with like a cable on it. It's like a small rectangular box, and measure her heart rate?
All right, well, actually, even before that, Dr. Giggles goes back to Moore High, and he's at this creepy old house, and he's destroying shit inside it, and he finds the old doctor's office.
Oh,
His
in
dad-
the house.
His daddy used to be a surgeon.
Right. Yeah, and like you compared it to the Freddy Krueger house, and if anyone's watching Stranger Things season 4, it's like the old abandoned mansion, and it's all boarded up. It's like a beautiful building, but it looks like crap now.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Munsters house.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
It's dope.
And it's the
By the
house
way,
where he
Skankophobe.
grew up.
Skankophobe. Everyone feel free to use Skankophobe.
Skankophobe. Yep. But it's like it's the house where he grew up. And it's long abandoned. But there is like a medical room in the basement.
Yeah, that looks like it's in perfect shape compared to the rest of the fucking house.
Yeah, I mean it's probably dusty, but it hasn't been touched in decades.
Yeah, we see those stairs don't hold up later on.
Yeah.
She walks by the house as Dr. Giggles is pounding away at the fucking doors and walls and shit. She hears it while she's walking by, and that's when Ugly Woman comes into play.
Yeah, because a group of people break in, right?
That's like one or two scenes later.
Okay.
Hi, Parody.
Yeah, her idiot friends.
Idiot friends.
Did you put the Wikipedia there?
Yeah.
What's
So
up,
we didn't have
Parrot?
to-
Hell, Parrot.
How you doing, Parrot?
So they know what we're talking about a little bit.
All right, Carol, narrate it.
No,
Your comment.
I'm not doing it.
Oh, Jesus, Carol.
Oh, there's a spider.
Yeah, Parrothead, have you ever seen Dr. Giggles? Fun movie, unlike the Batman.
Batman. Isn't Darius the Batman?
I'm not Batman.
Not
Oh, that's
Batman.
right. You have a pet bat now, right?
Oh, well,
I'm a chicken.
I set my bat free. I got him to go out the window.
You,
He didn't bite you at all.
Nope. Didn't attack me in any way. Just
I would've
flew
kept it.
around. Yeah, he was an innocent bat trying to get out.
how do
Although
you get in?
I don't know.
Do you have like a chimney or something?
Did you
I do have a
invade the
chimney,
Empire
and
Inn?
it probably was the chimney because I went down there and I found that like the window door in front of the fireplace had fallen out, and so it was just a big gaping hole to the chimney. That's probably how the birds and the bat have been getting in.
It was a big gaping hole like the whore at the fucking carnival in this movie.
Oh yeah, but there's not only one. We'll get to that.
Well, there was one, like one was an incognito whore.
Yeah, on the DL.
Undercover hoe.
And that,
Cover.
that dude probably could have swung a three-way with them too.
Yeah. He didn't really try very hard.
No.
That's where he went wrong.
He wanted one girl to blow the saxophone. And that was it. And yes, the girl was legit trying to give the fucking saxophone a blowjob.
Yeah,
yeah.
he's trying to give her tips on embouchure.
Trying to give her tips.
Yeah, you gotta wrap your lips around the tip and blow gently. Like that? Huh, yeah, just like that.
You know what?
Uh,
You know what's funny? As much of a whore that woman was in the movie, no tits. No clear tits.
Yeah, no, there's no live tits in the movie.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Dead Boob Society.
Yep.
Yeah, dead boob
You gotta
society.
go back to the Dead Boob Society. That crew, the forgotten crew that Darius started months ago.
Yeah, no, and these movies are not selected from some dead boob list.
Or child murdering list.
Yeah, or child murder list. Okay, so Jen was walking by the old house, and Dr. Giggles is inside.
He's renovating, I guess, right?
Something like that.
All right, but then all right.
Just start banging away. That's what I remember.
Four of her idiot friends then decide to go to the house one day, just out of the blue, not even knowing that Dr. Giggles is back in town.
Yep. Just coincidental timing.
And young Michael Douglas looking motherfucker tricks the black couple into going into the house, telling them the story of the doctor that lived there. And we get a Freddy Krueger type backstory. Like he murdered a bunch of people and the townsfolk. Stoned him to death. You know, they didn't set him on fire, Freddy Krueger style. But
Is that when we get the first flashback?
it might be.
Or
Right.
it's when we see Dr. Giggles remembering. But yeah, there was a stoning.
We didn't get to see the stoning in the flashback.
No.
either.
No.
Which I was pretty sure we were going to see. I really thought we were going to see that.
Disappointed, are you?
Not really.
I'm sure we can find another movie with a stoning in it.
Right. So yeah, he's telling them the story about, the father was a doctor, right? And the mother had a heart condition and died. And he tried to save her or bring her back from the dead.
Is that what he did?
I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, I think the father was stoned for stealing people's hearts in an attempt
He was
to
killing people's hearts, yes. They said
Yeah.
he killed 7 people. Okay, he killed seven
because he was trying to bring his wife back after she died of a heart condition.
Okay.
Right. And it's at her moment of death that he's crying and it turns into laughter.
And little Dr. Giggles is sitting at the edge of the bed and starts laughing just like his father.
Yeah.
Little Dr. Giggles.
Right.
Junior.
And that's where he gets screwed up as a child and conflates tragedy and pain with laughter. In the Giggles.
Okay, there we go. We got a one of the original sayings he has in the beginning. Laughter is the best medicine, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he says that when he's still breaking out of the asylum, right?
Yeah.
Laughter is the best medicine.
Yeah.
You're funny with the sounds.
Yeah, his giggle was kind of infectious.
Yeah, it's very Mickey Mouse. It's kind of
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
Laughter is the best medicine.
that was a little creepy. There's too Mickey Mouse-ish.
yeah.
Open
he-
wide and say,
This guy is actually, he looks like a naturally creepy motherfucker. Like,
Yep. Oh, yeah, you
He
can see him
born
right
that
there.
way.
all right, sorry, Larry Drake, if I'm insulting you, but you are a creepy looking motherfucker. Let
He knows his lane.
me see, is he still alive?
Oh,
Oh no, he died.
You're a creepy motherfucker, yo.
R.I.P. Larry. R.I.P. Larry.
You know, throughout the movie, every time he asks a victim to do something and they comply and he tells them that they were good, he doesn't reward them. No, he just kills them.
Also, his equipment looks very, very rough.
Oh, yeah. It's like
everything
old school.
he uses.
Yeah. Yeah. Like some kind of medieval speculum.
It's like, here's 4 samurai swords with a bear trap.
Yeah. Yeah. And like old, like galvanism electrodes. And some stomach pump that looks like a roto-rooter.
Yeah, what was that?
Oh God, when he drains the fucking
Yeah.
when he drains Holly Marie Combs' stepmother, whatever the hell she is. Well, she's more of a rebound for her father.
Yeah, she was just a father fucker.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah, the alien version, alien Tina Fey. She kind of looked like Tina Fey
Or Winona Ryder.
from The Mummy, Winona Ryder, all smashed into one.
Yeah. I thought
Alita Battle Angel.
Yeah, she looked like Winona Ryder with the Alita Battle Angel eyes. Not that there's anything wrong with aliens, Smirk. Yeah. All right, so they're all in the house, and they learn the story of Dr. Giggles' father.
Yeah, the moron is actually right about the story. He's just being a dick to his friend and his girlfriend. Dougie Doug.
Yeah.
Oh, is he
It's
the
a Dougie Doug world.
condom one?
Yeah, the blonde idiot is the condom fisher. Oh, Jesus
I
Christ.
forgot about that.
We even have a ways to go before we talk about that fucking scene. Holy shit. Good God. That was like a 10-minute ordeal, too. That wasn't a short scene because they kept cutting away from that. Oh, God. That was fucking gross.
Okay.
Yeah, toilet condom. If anyone wants to hear another fucking term coined from this movie, toilet condom.
Yeah, that was one of the most disturbing parts for Slasher. Guy drops a condom in the toilet.
I was fishing it out with a fucking toothbrush, you disgusting fucking asshole.
He was going to still use it.
The murders in this movie were less disgusting than that.
Yeah. And he puts it back.
And putting the toothbrush back was the most offensive part of that part. There were so many graphic murders in this movie, and that's the scene that pissed me off the most. More than the stomach pumping.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was pretty nasty.
Okay. In the house, in the old house, they're in there. He's in there. They don't know he's in there.
Yeah, it was a
And,
huge coincidence.
Yep.
What a coincidence.
A coinky dink.
Coinky dink, if you will.
I just remember like the door shuts, and the boyfriend is
Yeah, he goes outside with his girlfriend, and then like he's like, "Why'd you lock them in there?" He's like, "Oh, I'm just being a dick." And they leave. And then
he's leaving.
Dougie Doug and Wanda Sykes' granddaughter. This girl looks just like fucking Wanda Sykes. They're arguing, and then he plays a prank on her, like he got stabbed in the eye or something. Is that what it is?
Yeah, like he's looking through the keyhole of the door. It's like, oh. And she's like, "Oh my God, are you okay?"
I'm just being a dick.
Yeah, dude, I said if he's just messing with her, and then he was. She's
then-
not amused.
And then needle to the stomach.
Yep. The needle comes through the keyhole.
Or the back or whatever.
Yep. And he's like, and Slasher's like, boy cried wolf. Yeah, literally less than a minute after he was pretending to get stabbed through the keyhole, he gets stabbed through the keyhole.
And then do we see him kill Wanda Sykes Jr.?
I don't remember him killing her.
Yeah, I'm going to call her Wanda Sykes Jr.
But yeah, so Dougie Doug is killed.
Hey, Raquel.
Oh,
We're
hey,
watching,
Raquel.
We're watching a movie. We're watching a movie that you should watch right away, Raquel.
Yeah,
You'd
go
love
watch.
it.
We'll wait.
It's called Dr. Giggles. It's a hilarious romp
Yeah.
full of laughs.
It's a coming of age story of young adults.
Yeah, it's full of heart.
Yeah, it does have lots of heart. Jesus Christ! Now we're using Dr. Google puns.
Oh, she can't even hear us.
Wait, there's another one. That's fucking. Yeah, have a heart, and he throws a heart at somebody.
Yeah. So corny.
He was funny though. I will say he was funny,
Yep.
and I enjoyed his giggle.
I think it's worse when you guys do it. That's what's freaking.
I try to do it like a dolphin.
Oh no, dolphin love.
Oh yeah. No, there was no dolphin love in this one, thankfully.
Thankfully, no dolphin
There was
love.
no poor titty in this movie.
No.
Saxophone blowjob girl should have shown at least one nipple,
Yeah, she didn't even get him out.
but like at least one nipple. You can't do that. Have some decency.
Have some decency and show us some boobs.
Yeah, it's a carnival. What kind of carnival is it if you don't, show a little nip?
Right?
And it's a horror movie. Isn't
Right.
it like a written law that you have to?
Certain ones, like I don't think Child's Play. Well, at least the first one. I don't think there was no titty in Child's Play, right?
All right, gore. All right, yeah, the shit should have been more boobs.
No, Raquel, there's not a dolphin in the movie, but there's lots of laughs and lots of heart.
But lots of dolphin. No dolphin love.
But no dolphin love. No.
No, not this time.
There's not a dolphin involved in this movie.
No. I don't know if Raquel even knows what dolphin love means. But that's
Please let's not tell her on a live stream.
No. Okay.
We love you,
Doug-
Raquel.
So Dougie Doug is Dougie dead.
Dougie did.
Him and Wanda Sykes Jr. DOA.
Yep.
And this was where the stereotype of black people don't make it through horror movies. This is where we first brought it up because it's been let's face it, folks. It's been an old trope. It's been an old trope.
Dude, it was an old trope when I was a kid,
Yeah.
but they weren't the first to die. So
Well, they were the first
outside of the asylum,
more high residents to
Right.
die.
yep, and it was that other dude's fault, indirectly.
Yeah,
They
it
left
is.
him in
No,
there.
not indirectly. Directly. It's direct. That's direct.
Yeah, but he didn't know that
He
the
imprisoned them
Dr.
in
Giggles was on the loose.
Well, he didn't know that, but he still imprisoned them in there. He
Yeah.
locked them in there for
Yeah, it was
hours.
a dick move.
It was light out when he fucking. Wasn't it dark when Dr. Giggles came in and killed them?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I think you're
it
right.
was light out when he locked him in there. So he had them in there for fucking hours.
Okay, yeah, that was his fault.
But he got his. Oh,
Yeah.
did he get his?
Yeah, he did. Okay, so and then that's when Jen goes to the doctor and tells her she got to get the surgery, but it's no big deal. Gives her the device that measures her heart rate,
Right.
right? And then I think she goes home, and her father is there, and her father's a new bimbo. So we find out that her mother has also passed away, probably of a heart condition, and her dad is already on the rebound, but her father loves her very much.
Very much.
Yeah.
Who? Her or the?
Right.
Her or the?
No. No, her father, Jen's father, loves Jen very much, but even though he's recently widowed, he's already on the rebound.
Yeah, he Patton Oswald that shit.
Yeah, and his new bimbo is basically living there. And Jen does not like her.
Oh,
at
she's
all.
dying there too. Spoiler.
She's what?
She's dying there too.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, Dr. Giggles
alert.
killed a lot of people in this movie.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
very elaborate ways. He's not just going to shoot someone or stab someone. Well, if he's going to stab you, he's going to make it like creative and stab you in the back of the fucking skull. Like the fucking, like the cop.
Bottom of your tongue.
Yeah, the cop with the 49ers hat.
Yeah.
Just, like,
Well-
stab him in the back of the head with a needle.
Yeah, Dr. Giggles is always carrying around his
his
bag of instruments, so he always has the right tool for the job.
It's trusty surgical bag.
Yep, that's the lesson of the movie. Always be prepared.
Oh, and everywhere he's gonna hang out in his doctor's robe.
Yeah, with a bow tie.
He'll go to a carnival and he'll be holding his bag.
Nobody
have-
notices.
Yeah. He was just standing there at the carnival. He's just standing there.
Yep.
So, where are we at now?
So Jen went home and talked to her dad.
We jumped over so much all over the place, mentioning saxophone blowjobs and toilet.
Right. And I the next thing I remember after she left the house is when
Oh wait, they go to the party. They go to the drunken party.
Yeah.
And the 49ers hat wearing cop and the black cop. Yeah, I'll just call him Black Cop.
Black cop.
Who ends up a
yeah,
hero?
I was calling him Officer Blackman.
He ends up he ends up being a hero of this movie.
Yeah. Oh
Well,
yeah, he's the big hero.
One of the heroes of this movie.
I think he did the most heroism.
All right, but what is this shit? They pull up to the party, the kids in their cars getting drunk, and this motherfucker comes out, pulls out the bullhorn. The old cop, the one with the 49ers hat. He's like, all right, blah, 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 get out of here, blah, blah, blah. And these motherfuckers are tossing beer cans at his feet.
Oh, Magruder. His name is Officer Magruder.
Magruder.
MacGruber?
Magruder.
How you doing, Moira?
Yeah,
Moira.
Moira.
A hot dog.
What's up? Full custom hot dog. How you doing?
What's up, hot dog? Giggles time.
All right, this motherfucker had to have been responsible for at least 4 drunk driving accidents by telling them
Yeah.
to all go home after a
Did.
parking lot drinking party.
He did. Yep. They're all drunk, but he's like, go on home.
Yeah, I think he had a southern accent too, like "Bow, bow, 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 bow."
Don't get.
You gonna get, boy.
Get on home.
I'll give you a whooping.
You guys are stupid.
Take a switch to you.
Stop it.
Woohoo!
I need a torpedo. Pew pew.
All
What
right.
happens next?
So, yeah. What was that? Is that condom time?
No, the horrible condoms, the most offensive scene I've ever watched in a fucking movie. The most disgusting movie scene I've ever witnessed happens later on.
All right.
Darius really
So-
wants to get to it.
So Magruder tells them all to go and get on
Right.
home.
Darius, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Go ahead and explain.
Okay. It's a very memorable part of the movie.
Yep. It was.
Mantini.
Mantini. It's hippie core. I mean, manticore.
Execute hairflip.exe.
Oh, he's so mad at me about that.
Grizzlies represent. Glizzies? Oh, glizzies. I thought I said red grizzlies. Like a bear.
You're a bear. Did you
Yeah.
know about my bear, right? Trapped me
Is
and
it-
the kid in the car.
What?
Yeah, we pulled into the driveway, and Mama Bear and her 2 kids were like right there. And the kids went up the tree, and Mama Bear's like, "I ain't leaving."
You got
We
trapped in a
couldn't get
car
out.
by a bear?
Well, I couldn't get out. She was not happy that we were there, so I couldn't get into my house. So we
Man,
had to wait.
you really live out in the sticks, don't you? All I get is deer.
I'll send you the video later. Yeah, I live.
we get deer all over the place.
We have
where I
none,
live.
but-
Okay, by the way,
Occasional coyote.
I've come up with my own name for the girl who blew the saxophone.
Hmm.
We'll call her Anna.
I thought you were gonna say saxophone, but Anna is appropriate.
Anna and the saxophone. Should be a musical.
Anna
Saxophone Anna.
Anna needs sex, or whatever the fuck that thing said. Anyway,
Gaping Anna.
gaping Anna. Open for business.
Open wide and say,
Does it steals my trash? Growls at me. Fucking bear.
no, that's a trash panda.
No, this is a big panda trash steal. No, it's literally walking off with a bag of trash in its mouth.
Okay. All right, Slasher. What happens after the everyone has to drive home drunk?
See, all right, that's not when she goes home to her dad, right? And when we first see her go home to her dad. Wait, that's when she gets into an argument with Max, right? And that's when she goes home and starts like, oh no, that's later on when she's like sitting in the room and drinking a white
Bottle
wine.
of white wine, looking at old photos.
Oh yeah, that's right. When she comes home and she hears her parents banging, well, her dad banging.
Yeah.
his-
Yeah, just screaming and banging.
yeah,
And they don't know that she's home.
And then
and
she
they're
goes she goes downstairs and starts drinking wine and
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that happens a little later.
yeah, that's the carnival part.
Yeah, yeah.
How did we lead up? What's the lead up to the carnival part?
It happens after the condom scene. So the next
yeah.
thing I remember after everyone goes home is the condom scene.
Condom fishing guy was at the carnival.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. But the condom thing happens before that. No, wait, no. He I don't think he was at the carnival because the carnival is like right before the climax.
The climax.
Giggity.
Okay,
Yeah, no, because remember, yeah, he and his girlfriend are at home, and she like gives him the condom, and he like goes in the bathroom.
No. First off, Dr. Giggles is stalking all the like. He like. All right, let's see.
He just really doesn't want to talk about the condom scene.
I'm glad it's not just me.
No. We'll get to the condom scene. We'll get to that.
Oh, we're gonna get.
Oh, she dumped her heart monitor in the fish tank for some reason.
Oh, so yeah, so he went into her house already.
Shows up and kills kills his girl. Yeah, all right.
I'm looking up the script.
Dr. Giggles kills his girl.
We lost track of the movie.
Kills Pop's new side piece. I mean, Pop's new main squeeze. Sorry.
All right, I found the script.
He comes to the house and kills and like almost butchers him to death, right?
Yeah, I think he attacks him.
Yeah, that's the stomach pumping scene.
Hold on. I'm getting confused now.
Yeah, we're at the stomach pumping scene now.
Okay, all right. The ice cream.
All right, wait, I forgot. How does he kill Ugly Woman?
Which one?
Ugly Woman.
Oh, I forgot all about her.
Ugly Woman with the dog. She's a shit stirrer.
I totally forgot about her. Yeah, that does happen first.
Even the cops are fed up with her. That's right. The cops even say that she probably called in to the drunken teenage party. In fact, the cop said something about her hemorrhoid cream. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he mentioned hemorrhoid cream, and I was like, "What the fuck was that line I just heard?"
Oh, Tamara is the name of the father's floozy.
Oh,
Skeezer.
Skeezer.
Yeah.
The hooah.
The Hoa.
Beer.
Daddy's
Right.
new hooah.
Rendell. Yeah, Evan Rendell is Dr. Giggles' name.
Yes, Rendell.
It's a big mystery. Okay. I'm looking through the script trying to remember
He's
the
a
exact
damn
order.
good doctor too, man. We see
Yeah,
that
yeah, you actually
a damn good doctor.
stoned him to death. He's in the walls.
He's not just a butcher. He's a doctor. We see he actually doctors himself.
He does.
All right. Let's see. Way to chug, babe. Oh yeah, they're talking about the carnival at the party. Let's see. We don't have to get drunk, but it's a damn good start. Okay.
Yeah,
parties moving to the bash. Every man for himself.
Well, she's like fed up with him being drunk, right? And that's when she goes home and throws her heart monitor in the fish tank, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Is it that she can't fuck? Is that what she's upset about?
Well, yeah, the doctor doesn't tell her that she can't, but she's not supposed to get excited. She's not supposed to get her heart rate elevated.
Yeah, so she can't. That's why Max goes looking for skeezers. That's why he goes to Anna.
Yeah.
That means,
Okay. Oh yeah, 10-1. Elaine Henderson called that in. That crazy broad sees dolphin lovers in her hemorrhoid cream.
He did mention dolphins. Oh shit.
Yeah. Let's see. No. I replaced the R word with dolphin lovers.
Oh, okay.
Erica, when are you gonna figure out how to use the doggy door and stop barking? All right. Let's see. Operator, I need a doctor. It's a good thing I make house calls. These things happen when you neglect your regular checkups. Okay, yeah. Okay. So yeah, no, that is like the next thing that happens is that after the cops disperse the party and send everyone home drunk, then the next scene is like the condom scene.
Okay, so moron who locked Dougie Doug and Wanda Sykes Jr. in the room and got them killed by Dr. Giggles.
Right.
Yeah, him and his girlfriend go back to, I guess it's her house. I don't know if it's her house or his house.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Or the little brainwash kid playing Dr. Mario.
Yeah. The kids play with a joystick, a huge joystick. Yeah, and so basically she gives him a condom, and so he goes in the bathroom, and he's like,
favorite scene, bro.
You want to tell it?
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. You do it. You
do it, Darius.
Yeah, go ahead.
He tears open the package, and then he drops the condom into the toilet.
All right, wait. What does she say? Because she's the one who hands it to him before he goes in the bathroom. What does she say to him? I got this from health class or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, she's like, here, they were handing these out in gym class.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah, so they're handing out condoms in gym class. So this must be, in the heart of a major city, I guess, and because they don't do that in the suburbs.
More high, bro. World famous.
More high. Dude, I've never gone to a school where they just hand them out, but they're handing them out in gym class. So she hands it to him. He goes in the bathroom, tears it open. Bloop.
But wait. Gym class?
That's what she said. Yeah, she said they were handing them out in gym class.
Not like sex ed or gym class.
Yeah.
Like, why are they gonna give you condom? Gym.
Okay, I found it.
Fucking a gym sport? Are they gonna like make you fucking start banging someone on a gym floor? Like,
I found the line in the script. She says, "But if I'm dressing up, so are you." And then she hands him the condom. Where did you get this?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because she starts putting on stockings and shit. Yeah.
So like they pass them out in gym class. I must have skipped
gym class. Condoms and gym class don't go together. I don't know.
Well, maybe because their gym class is part of the health.
They go to whore school? Is that where the whores all come from?
Yes, they go to whore school.
They'll go, and more high.
Whore high. These motherfuckers. All right, Holly Marie Combs don't fit in at this school because she can't fuck, and her heart's gonna explode. She sees a fucking heart on.
Yeah, they teach you how to make your pubic public.
If she sees a dick, she's gonna just fucking die. Her heart's just gonna burst like a fucking big potato in
like a balloon.
Boom.
Pew.
Yep.
Poor Holly Marie Combs. She's going to the wrong school.
Sucks for her.
She needs to go to like heart murmur school.
Oh.
Just saying.
Well, yeah, I mean, anyway.
Yeah. So he's in the bathroom.
I'm just saying where they're more sensitive towards their heart-weakened students.
Yeah. So I think the reason that they included him dropping the condom in the toilet is to keep him in the bathroom longer, so that Dr. Giggles could come in and take out his girlfriend.
All right, this fucking moron takes the condom out and it goes flopping into the toilet. And then we get like a 10-minute scene that's going back and forth between this ordeal and his girlfriend putting on the fucking stockings and slowly walking out of the hallway. All right. So it's cutting back and forth between her walking through the hallway and this fucking moron. Like, first he's panicking about the condom. Then the next time it cuts to him, this jackass grabs a fucking toothbrush and he's fishing it out of there. Then it cuts away again. Then it cuts back to this fucking idiot pulling the... No, I think by the time he pulls the condom out and there's water, toilet fucking water full of it spilling out of it, I think by the time he pulls out the water-soaked condom that's spilling out. Yeah, I think by the time he does that, she's dead. So I think they might cut
Yeah.
back and forth between this.
They do.
Yeah,
They
it's
do.
more than like 3 or 4 times. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's like so the condom once he gets it out is half full of toilet water, but it's like leaking out of the tip.
Yeah,
There's 2 tiny holes.
2 holes in the tip of it, and fucking spurting out.
Yeah, she gave it to him. So did she poke those holes in it?
Or
Is
did
she
the
trying to
school
trap
do
him?
it?
Like, what did he like? Poke holes in it, trying to fish it out? Like,
Yeah, I'm saying she might have like poked holes in it with like a needle, trying to get knocked up.
Oh, there you go. Good point. Treacherous hoe.
Yeah,
I think the school nurse did
because
it.
she's out there like, hurry up, where you
Oh, yeah,
at?
maybe the gym class teacher fucking did that.
Oh no, he's trying to get the kids to have abortions.
No.
Oh, so
Okay, no time for that talk, right?
So yeah, and then so Slasher was already extremely offended by fishing the condom out, and then the guy like puts the toothbrush back, and he's like, "Bro," you know. So, but it's useless. But meanwhile,
I'd want to murder that person.
Yeah. So she's wondering like, "Where are you? Hurry up!" And he's like, "I'm coming. I'm coming." Could it possibly be any colder in here? These people are Eskimos. And then Dr. Giggles says, "Shh, you'll catch your death of cold running around like this," because she's just in her stockings and negligee. And he says, "I think we should take your temperature. Now don't make a sound." She opens her mouth and he says, "Now there's a good girl. Tongue up." So she lifts her tongue up.
She agrees too. She's like, "Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
okay."
Yeah, she's compliant. She puts her tongue up.
What would have been a worse fate? What happened to her, or the toilet condom inserted into her?
Well, I know you said it was the toilet condom. That would have been worse than this.
That would have been a slower death.
Yeah, he puts this surprisingly sharp-looking thing under her tongue, and he says, "Lucky for you, I've discovered the only known cure for the common cold." And then he jams it like right through her head, and kills her. And he says, "Leave it in for at least a minute." And meanwhile, the guy in the bathroom. Oh, I didn't even notice this line. He said, "Maybe she won't notice."
Oh, ew.
Yeah. So he's going to try to use the toilet condom anyway. At least in the script.
Well, are you all right? By him saying maybe she won't notice, is he meaning the toilet condom, or he's just gonna slip it
Not
in
use the condom at all.
slip it in raw dog and be like, "Yeah, I'm wearing a condom." You know that old tale.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Where you open up like a wet napkin and then she doesn't know the difference.
Oh my god.
Now, if he had a wet napkin, this moron would have pulled the condom out of the toilet and wiped it down with the wet napkin. He would have. I guarantee he would have. That's this guy's mentality.
Oh, it must have come off at some point. I don't know. Yeah, we'll check the floor for it later. Don't worry about it right now. He says, "So maybe she won't notice. Ready or not, here I come." So he leaves the bathroom and goes into the bedroom where the lights are off, and he sees the outline, of a human body in the bed with a sheet pulled over the head. And he says, "Ever since I found my mom's Victoria's Secret catalog,
Yeah.
I've been dying for this."
So
for this.
okay, so he's
Not a good line, bro.
He's a virgin in college. He's implying.
Yep. It
And
happens.
mind you, this fucking jackass is also crawling into bed with his backwards cap on. Did you notice this dickhead was wearing his backwards cap the time he was crawling in under the
Yeah. And so I was like, "Ooh, is it gonna be her dead body?" Who's under there? And so he goes under the sheets and he's crawling. Go ahead.
No, I'm done. Go ahead. You go ahead. I'm laughing.
Yeah, so he's like, ever since this is a terrible line, by the way. Ever since I found my mom's Victoria's Secret, I've been
wait.
dying for this.
Okay, I
And-
thought you were talking about Dr. Giggles line.
Well,
being
yeah, that line is funnier.
Dr.
But
Giggles line is awesome, and it
yeah,
fit the movie.
he's looking under. He goes under the sheets, and he's moving over, and suddenly he pulls up the sheet, and he sees Dr. Giggles, who says,
I hope you have protection. And then, all right, then he lunges at the guy, but we don't see what happens until after. And this dude is laying in the bed, and
bleeding
yeah, from where, bro?
from the crotch.
The crotchal region.
Yeah, you just see the sheet. The sheet's pulled over him, and you just see the crotch area is soaked with blood.
The bloody region.
Oh, it made me cringe. I had to cross my legs when I saw that. And meanwhile, Dr. Giggles goes downstairs, now sees the kid who's like alone in the house playing Dr. Mario or Dr. Mario.
Yeah,
and
he's warped. The kid is like mind warped by it. He can't take his eyes off it.
right. So Dr. Giggles can see the kid's reflection in the TV, but the kid doesn't notice Dr. Giggles' reflection. And Dr. Giggles says, "Terminal."
He had some really good one-liners in this. He really did.
Yeah. Right. And then we cut to Jennifer's house, and she's getting home. And like Slasher said, she's been home. She came home, and her dad was
plowing.
Was banging the his rebound chick.
Yeah, he's plowing away, and she couldn't take the
Tamara.
noise.
Right. And so she took out the heart monitor and dropped it in the fish tank. So she leaves the house and closes the front door. Her dad is in bed with Tamara, hears it, thinks that she's just now getting home, and he gets up to go check on her. He just wants to see if she's okay. And Tamara says, "She's never okay." Right.
Bitch.
And she says, "She's just lost her mother, for God's sake. You've just lost your wife." She's just lost her mother. You just lost your wife.
I just got to say to Manticore, I watched the Batman today. Dr. Giggles is better than the Batman. Just saying.
He's quite upset over the Batman.
The Batman was as offensive as the toilet condom scene. But that was an entire movie. So it had
3 hours of toilet condom.
It had no excuse.
It is a 3-hour movie of toilet condoms.
Anywho, sorry, Darius. It was 3 hours toilet condom with a toothbrush.
Yeah.
But Batman's involved.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of white guilt. So he says, "She's just lost her mother, for God's sake. You just lost your wife. You've adjusted." It's at the point that you really, he's on the rebound,
No, I will not take that back, Smirk.
Fight.
Fuck that movie.
Riot. Somebody throw a riot. Pew, pew.
Yeah. And so he goes downstairs to check on Jennifer, who's gone. But who does he run into?
Docky Gigs.
Jennifer? What the? What's the matter? And so he is that when we thought that he killed the dad?
Yeah.
He attacks and injures the dad. We thought for sure he was dead.
And he takes her picture off the mantle.
Yeah, he picks it up and he takes it with him with the frame and all, didn't he?
Also, when I was looking this up, it said he had files of people.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice that.
I guess a lot of the people that he had the files of were involved in the stoning incident. The stoning incident.
Stoning.
Yeah. And
we didn't get that scene. I dead thought we were going to get that scene. This dude getting fucking like he was a Harami infidel and pelted with fucking stones, just left and right. That's what I thought.
Okay. And let's see. Okay, so she goes off to the fair, and meanwhile, Max is already at the fair, and these two, what in Metro Detroit we would call downriver skeezers, right? They, yeah, they come up to him. They see him across a chain link fence.
We'll call them free horse,
Free horse.
which is just slut, basically.
They're trying to free his willy, and
horse charge. Sluts are for free.
yeah, they give him this predatory look before he even turns and sees them, right? Where they see him and they pounce. They go, "Hey, Max."
Yeah, even the other one. The other one was
And one of them says, "Where's Jennifer?"
She just wasn't. You know what the problem was? She wasn't as vocal as Anna.
Yeah. And Max says, "I don't know. We got separated." And so immediately they say, "So you hear about the top secret bash going on over in the main building? We're just gonna go crash it. Do you want to come?" Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I want to come.
Like, yeah, basically, like, where's your girlfriend? Oh, she's not here. Oh, well, in that case. So he says, sure. And
and then we get the saxophone blowjob.
Well, first it cuts back to the house, and Tamara is eating a bowl of ice cream that looks like the stuff.
Oh yeah. We get the stomach draining.
Yeah. And so she goes to bed with the bowl of ice cream. And just as she's about to finish it, then
well, she also got mad that he went out to find Holly Marie Combs.
Her dad.
She got upset that because he walked down. Remember, he walks downstairs and he saw that there was the bottle of wine and there.
Yeah. So he goes.
He thought
he's not dead.
He thought that he heard Dr. Giggles come in.
Yeah,
and he had thought that it was Holly Marie Combs coming in. He couldn't hear her come in originally because he was busy plowing away.
Right. Okay, and that's how Dr. Giggles found the house, because he had the files, right? Or is he just on the prowl like Michael Myers?
It could be either or.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so Dad and Tamara was like, she didn't want the dad to leave because she's like, fuck her. She just lost her mother. You just lost your wife, and you're doing all right.
Got so upset that he left that she ate ice cream. Oh my god.
Yeah, right. So she gets in bed, and Giggs comes in, and he says, "Tisk, tisk, tisk. All that fat, all that sugar. We've got to start taking better care of ourselves. For the next 2 minutes, she's gonna be alive."
And then he pulls out this fucking device.
It looks like a rotor.
Is that an actual medical?
Yeah.
It looked like the claws from the Sentinels from in the Matrix.
Yeah. That is what it looked like. And he says, "Remember, we are what we eat."
Yeah, it had a plastic tube around it, but it looked like something like Dr. Octopus's arm.
Yes, that's exactly what it looked like. But not to worry, we'll get it out of your system.
And he sure gets it out of her fucking system.
Right. And so he shoves this tube down her throat, and he says, "I have a saying: what goes down must come up." And then he turns on the pump, and it pumps literally just the ice cream out of her stomach into the bowl, the ice cream bowl. And it's all just solid white, no acid or anything, just the ice cream.
And then the ice cream goes from vanilla to strawberry. And then they cut away. They cut away before they could show the rest of it.
And he says, I know. It sucks. Uh-huh.
I wonder what was left on the cutting room floor of this.
And then we get the saxophone scene.
Oh yeah, then yeah. Phone blow.
And Max said, so she's Anna, skank number 1 says is playing. She's got the saxophone already in her mouth, and he says, first of all, you got to use the right fingerings. There, okay. Now you just gotta blow the thing right there. So she tries blowing into it, doesn't get a good sound, and he says, you can't just blow it like that.
Everyone say hi to Scrambles.
What's up, Scrambles?
Hi, Scrambles.
The death dealer.
Oh wait, Darius, what's the word that he said that you
Embouchure.
There you go. That
Says you got to use the right embouchure.
You're saying that word the rest of the movie.
Yeah. What? She says, what's that? It's the way you place your lips. And she says, I've never had a problem with my lips before.
Oh, of course not.
Maybe you should show me what I'm doing wrong. Yeah. Meanwhile,
She plays that sax.
Right.
First of all, she wasn't even deep throating the sax. Like it would have been more impressive if she was deep throating that shit. She was just licking the tip of it. That's not impressive.
No. She might well have been like edging it.
Oh my god.
You know, take one of those giant flutes all the way down your throat. Now, then call me.
Like an oboe.
Oh,
Oh, actually, no. An oboe, actually, you do play it from the side. Like a clarinet. Meanwhile, so Giggles shows up at the fair, and he's got the framed picture of Jen, and he says, "It's your heart."
I love how he was just hanging out in his fucking doctor outfit.
Yeah, just a broken heart, just like Mother. Right.
Mother.
Oh yeah. That's when he has the flashback of his father. You know, his mother died of the heart condition, and his father is crying and turns into laughing, and then Kid Gigs starts laughing.
Gigs. Docky Gigs.
Yeah, and he says, "More high can wait. I want to make you proud. I want to carry on your work." So then Jen shows up at the fair, and oh yeah. So while Max was showing Anna how to put her lips on the tip, the other skank got jealous. Instead of having a three-way, she got up and.
All right. Anna is sitting there blowing the saxophone, and then when they go to the shot where she's sitting, she's sitting there, legs open for business. She's got the dress on. She's not pulled up. She's not diddling herself or anything.
No, it's like Basic Instinct.
Yeah, her shit is open. She's ready. She's
catching the draft. And
she would have fucked him in front of that private party full of like 30 people. They no joke.
Oh, for sure. She's gonna do them right here in the sax room.
Yeah.
And so the second skank had run off, and Jen shows up at the fair, and skank number 2 sees her and says, she says, "You looking for someone?" "Yeah, Max." Yeah, and Jen looks really, really earnest and concerned, and like she is just looking for her man. And skank says, "I think I can help you." So she takes Jen to where Max and Skanksophone Anna are making out, and she says, "I guess I should thank you, Max." Jen, fuck. At least I know which one of us is really sick. And she runs off in a huff. Jen.
Well, she was kind of huffy puffy this whole movie, but I guess that the heart condition, and you're around a bunch of whores, and you can't.
Yeah, she was like the only virgin in the town. because of her heart.
Oh no, she wasn't the only virgin. Dude who got dick cut off. Obviously, he was a virgin.
Oh yeah, Victoria's Secret guy.
Yeah.
His mom's Victoria's Secret. Not a good line, bro. For any of the teenagers out there, it's not a good line. All right.
No, but like, also, like, are you gonna say that to someone? Are you ever gonna like,
yeah, dude, I used to beat it. Ever since I started beating it to my mom's Sears catalog.
You're gonna say that to your girlfriend that you're gonna have sex with for the first time.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get my pencil wet.
Good choice, buddy.
Yeah, ever since
you condom fishing out of the toilet, moron.
Ever since I switched from number 2 to mechanical, I've been wanting to get my pencil wet.
Oh no.
It's like ever since I had my friends murdered in the fucking creepy ass, dusty fucking abandoned house. Yeah, I just wanted to fuck.
Yeah. Ever since I saw Sharon Stone in Basic Instinct when I was 11. So Max is chasing Jen, and she runs into like a room, like a building. Yeah, House of Mirrors.
I would say the House of Mirrors scene is probably the worst effects. Not even just the crappy way she fell through it, but like I don't know. They did. All right, so
he's like, Jen, come out. I saw you come in here. Just let me talk to you. Leave me alone.
A house of illusion or a house of mirrors?
Yeah. Right. So he can't see her because all he sees is his own reflection, and she sees her reflection.
Well, Dr. follows them in there.
What?
Dr. Giggles follows them into the house.
Right. Right.
Also,
he knows what she looks like.
Anna goes in there too.
Yeah, she does. You can hear the breeze blowing through her legs, and she goes in there too.
You can see the bats fly out of her belfry.
Oh my God.
Jennifer, you broke my heart, Max, and some things just can't be fixed. Jennifer, wait. And then Anna's like, Max? Shit.
The funny thing is you're actually reading that the way it fucking sounded.
I'm reading it right out of the script. Yeah, I'm literally reading the script right now.
I can't with you guys.
Oh shit. And so Dr. Giggles goes in, and how does Anna
That's a mirror scene. It was just like Conan the Destroyer at the end. No, it wasn't. That's good.
Well, now Giggles kills Anna in there, right?
Well, he kills Anna in there, and wait, how does he? What exactly did he do to kill?
So basically, the script I'm reading is not a full script. This is only dialogue. So I'm only reading lines. So none of the other events like Giggles kills Skank number 1 or anything like that is in here.
We didn't see him actually kill her. That's right. The mirror door spun around and she was dead when she reached on the other side. She was strapped up to the thing, dead. So we didn't see how he actually killed her, I don't think, from what I'm remembering.
Well, okay, so the next line that I see in the script is, oh, shit. Oh, this is just choice. Now I'm bleeding. And I'm guessing this is Giggles. Have an accident? Probably just needs a Band-Aid. Max, if you're screwing around, this is a really stupid time.
Okay, so that's when Giggles makes his appearance to her in the fucking funhouse.
Yep. Don't worry, it's ouchless. Trust me, I'm a doctor.
Well, we see Max is pounding on the glass, like trying,
Yeah, he can't. He's pounding on the glass because he sees her on the other side of a pane of glass, and so he can't get to her. He's pounding on it. Jen!
Sorry, Darius. In this movie, how does glass get broken?
So she sees Giggles, and Jen gets scared and backs up, accidentally bumps into another wall of glass, and it shatters into dust, like if you drop the fluorescent light bulb, right?
She doesn't even like bump into it. She like stumbles and goes flying like ass backwards into the glass.
She's like 100 pounds, accidentally backs into a wall of glass and it shatters.
She's out of there on the run.
Yeah, she gets out and yeah, she's on the run. Jennifer, get out! Run!
Did you notice Dr. Giggles wasn't even like running after her? And he
Right.
kept pace, but he was still like on her. She's running for her life, and Dr. Giggles was just walking.
He's got that Michael Myers strength.
Yeah, Dr. Giggles is super fucking human. We see it takes a while to take him down later on. Sorry,
Yeah.
spoiler.
Spoiler.
He could take some abuse. We don't see that he was like an abused child or anything. We don't see anything like that. Like,
No, just he lost his mom to a heart condition.
yeah,
His father had tried to save her.
You don't see no shit of his dad abusing him or talking down to him, nothing like that. Like, where
No,
does
just
he get the superhuman?
Where did he go wrong?
Yeah, just his obsession with trying to save his mom's life or bring her back from the dead by stealing hearts.
But
right?
how?
But
is he
his
able
father
to-
did get stoned to death.
But he could get set on fire. He could get electrocuted, and he'll keep coming back.
Yeah, like Jason Voorhees.
Yeah,
And,
but he's a regular dude, though. But he's a regular dude. He didn't die once, you know.
Right.
All right, first of all, what would you consider Jason? What is Jason? A zombie or a demon? What is he?
Zombie.
Or a combination? A combination, maybe.
Demon.
Yeah, he's like an angry ghost, to borrow the Chinese expression.
So he's like a ghost trapped in a zombie.
Yeah. He's got like unfinished business, or
Now,
it's his
what
own
would-
hate
what-
that brings him back.
Now, what would you say Freddy is? Demon, right? I'd say Freddy's a demon.
Yeah, but Freddy was a human, but he was sort of like
So he's
it
a
was
ghost.
like okay. Freddy
Okay,
is like
so
a
he's
ghost,
probably-
but he's like a powerful ghost. He's like
So Freddy is a demon ghost,
he's like
and
psychic
Jason-
spawn.
and Jason is a zombie ghost.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. Because Freddy is like a psychic demon, ghost, because he gets in through your dreams, which is a psychic power.
Right.
Yeah.
The guy's in a body.
Right. Yeah. Jason is a very corporeal, physical killer.
Yeah, demons are mental. Like demons could be mental, and zombies are all physical.
Right.
You know.
And so Freddy, their way of killing matches that. Freddy always kills in the dreams. Jason always kills you with like instruments or.
But Dr. Giggles
Hands.
is straight up human. Dr.
Right.
Yeah, he's
Giggles.
straight up freaking
Right.
dead.
Giggles always kills with medical instruments, many of which are old and gnarly looking.
I mean, he does have the quips like Freddy does. He does have the
Yeah.
one like Freddy does.
Yeah.
But he's straight up human. We did not see Dr. Giggles die as a little kid. He just escaped the mental asylum like fucking 35 years later. That's all it was.
Right, because I think he was put in the asylum 2 years after his father was stoned to death because he was screwed up in the head. And he lived there all that time, but he had the obsession with being, a doctor. To the point where he seems to have learned how to perform surgery,
Oh, he's a damn good surgeon.
which we'll see in a little bit. So he's chasing Jen, but he's not running. She's running and I think she runs into a woman named Ms. Henderson and asks her for help. What the hell are you doing? He's trying to kill me. Who? A doctor.
Oh, yeah. That's right before she runs into the cops.
Yep. I'm telling you, there was someone after her. Yep. A doctor? There's one doctor in this town, and I've known him since he was your age. He looked like a doctor. I don't know what he was. Maybe he just thinks he's a doctor. Maybe he wanted to be a doctor and never got the chance. How's that? I know this is going to sound crazy, but has anyone here considered this guy might be Dr. Rendell's son?
Yes, that was Black Ops line.
Yeah. Not anyone who's serious about keeping his job. Yeah, the dismissive older cop.
Oh, yeah, we got the fat, it was like Dennis Franz and fucking Die Hard 2 type cop.
What was his name? Mendelbrot? What was it, Carol?
His name was Asshole.
I don't remember. McGruber.
Magruder. That's it.
Yeah.
Magruder.
McGruber.
Magruder does not take any of that seriously.
Yes.
But
Magruder.
officer, so the black cop was named Joe. Joe Wrights, Officer Wrights. So yeah, so Joe is like,
He
wow,
should have
is
made
he-
it out of this movie, man.
He was so
Oh yeah,
close.
dude, he was the most heroic character.
We
And,
see a scene. We see a scene where he walks into a gruesome fucking aftermath and
oh yeah,
throwing up all over the place, and he's still trying to save people.
yeah, which is funny because I was like, dude, he's not even reacting, and then as soon as I said that, he starts vomiting profusely. I was like, never mind, he is affected.
He also encountered the older cop too, and he wanted to know the details about the original, the stoning of the original Dr. Rendell. He
Yeah.
wanted some answers.
So
He
yeah, the
actually
cop,
wanted some answers.
right? So our two main cops, it's like almost like Agent J and Agent K, right? You got the older white guy, and then you got the younger black guy, and but the older one in this case is more dismissive. Is like, yeah, it's not worth thinking about Rendell's son if you want to.
You mean the one who
job.
sent drunk teenagers home to drive?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Yep. I'll call you when your parents get here. Come on, buddy. Promise me you'll look after her. I don't have to promise you diddly squat. Yeah, they found the broken glass in the House of Mirrors. No dead girl. So they didn't find Anna the Skank. The Skanksophonist.
Well, Anna the Skank ends up in a waiting room.
Yeah. So let's see. Filler dialogue.
Well, in fact, they all end up in a waiting room.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, and if you see any of your fellow marauding doctors out there, you'll let us know.
Marauding doctors.
Why the EKG? She has a heart condition. Could become serious. Right.
Serious.
And oh yeah, Dr. Rendell's wife died of a heart problem. So did my mama, daddy, and grandpa. Yeah. So yeah, holding in chief, my new partner here just got a little bump on the head, right? So he's explaining to the chief that his partner, Officer Joe, just got a bump on the head. That's why he's talking about Dr. Rendell, right? This has nothing to do with that, and you know it. Look, that's enough, or you'll be handing out parking tickets. These kids are pulling your chain. Relax.
That's always a overused line in movies too. When it comes to cops, like,
Yeah.
do this and this, you'll be handing out parking tickets.
Right. Oh, yeah. So it's like, sure thing, Chief. Wright's station duty. So they tell Joe, or Officer Wrights, the black cop, to go back to the station, right? Because they think he's going crazy talking about Dr. Rendell and his son, even though he just escaped from the asylum.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of stupid people in this fucking movie.
Yeah. Joe's the only one taking it seriously.
Townspeople are fucking stupid. I mean, yeah, you could throw that in with a lot of movies. This, like, yeah, it's stupid. But this town particularly, there's like a total of like 4 smart people, or at least, somewhat sensible. This girl who goes to high school knows to deal with this more, or college, whatever. She knows how to deal with this better than most of the. Even though she almost dies a couple times. Well, she does die. Spoiler alert: she dies, but she comes back.
Spoiler.
Oh, Smirk and Manticore are disappointed that it wasn't Mandelbrot.
Sorry, guys.
I can just call him that if you like. And next time, wear your seatbelt a little tighter. McGritter, you smelled something in the Rendell house, didn't you?
Yeah.
I didn't smell nothing.
Wait. Listen, Parrot had the fucking typical, the perfect.
Identified.
Yeah, perfect. That's a perfect description of this movie. He does identify as he's not really a doctor, but he identifies as one.
Oh, what's up, Papa Cotton?
What about that? What up,
Yeah,
Pop?
yeah, that's right. He's not a doctor, but he identifies
He
as one.
identifies as one. Yeah.
He dresses like one, and he acts like one.
Yeah, he goes everywhere dressed as a doctor. He even
Yep.
carries around his fucking his utensils.
His purse. Yep,
His mercy.
Yeah.
that's right. Parrot had it and nailed it.
Oh my God! Can one of us get away with doing this? Like, can we identify as a doctor and what? Can I put this on like a driver's license?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So meanwhile, Officer Mandelbrot is not taking Jen's story seriously at all. He thinks she just had too much to drink. Dismissive. And what about the boy? Did he have too much to drink? Yeah. And so one of them starts drinking whiskey, right? Is that the older cop, Mandelbrot?
Wait.
He says, I haven't opened this bottle for 35 years.
When he has to tell him the story of Dr. Rendell, right?
Yep. Rendell's son. I'm your partner, man. Tell me. It was 1957, the night after they found all the bodies. All the other officers were gone. The mob had already off Dr. Rendell, but the search was still on for Evan Jr. We moved all the Rendell victims out of the house, and I was left alone to watch over the bodies. I don't need to tell you, I was plenty spooked. Thank God for Dr. Moonglow. It was around midnight when I heard it.
That voice was pretty good. That was funny.
Who's in here? I watched him come out. It was like he was being born again. So we see the flashback from
yeah, that one. That was probably the second. All right. Other than the toilet condom scene, this was the second most difficult scene to watch.
Yeah. So this flashback
Dead
is from this time it's from Officer Mandelbrot's point of view. You see him in the morgue with bodies on the slab, and there's this woman's body on the slab, and just this nude corpse of a woman. This is where the dead booms come into the movie.
Dead Boob Society.
Dead Boob Society. Right. So this is woman's cadaver, and he's
she
like,
she looks like she's pregnant.
Yeah, she looks like she's pregnant.
She's something.
Right. And then we see the belly starts to pulsate and throb and move. We're like, what is happening? And then you see
he's watching it the whole time. He's watching this whole thing happen unfold in front of him.
Yeah. And you see a scalpel pokes out from inside the stomach. Raquel, make sure you have a paper bag nearby. You see the scalpel pokes out and cuts an incision from inside straight down the stomach. And then you see the boy, Dr. Giggles, as a kid.
Yeah, like not a baby. It's a fucking.
He's like 7.
Yeah. A 7-year-old cuts his own way out of this woman.
Yeah, and he just sort of pops up through the hole, like from in the guts, covered in blood. And
through the whole time, he's got a huge. See, as a kid, he had a huge smile on his face, but when Dr. Giggles is Larry Drake, he doesn't smile too much. But as a kid, yeah, he's smiling when he's giggling.
Right. And we're like, what is going on? What, he was just in there like the whole time? How did he even get in there? And so Officer Mandelbrot says, he recounts, it was like he was being born again. Symbolism. And that was how Dr. Rendell got his son out of the house. He'd sewn him up in what was left of his wife's corpse. Yeah, that was almost as gross as the toilet condom. Pretty horrible stuff.
Yeah, second worst scene, I'd say. Second.
How the kid even survived inside the body of a corpse this whole time?
I was wondering that same shit myself.
Never explained.
I want to know if that child actor survived.
Yeah. So he's the kid actor.
I would love to know the parents who allowed their kid to be in that movie and play out that scene. It's like,
so what's little Chris gonna have to do? Oh well, he's just going to cut his way out of a prop of a woman's corpse.
oh, okay.
Nude corpse, and covered in blood and guts.
Like, oh, okay.
Okay.
We expect a check in the mail.
It's like that clip I have. Wrong answer, fuck bag.
Pimps. Hollywood parent pimps.
Yeah, as long as I get the check, he'll do whatever you want.
That's why you got to do like Gary Coleman or fucking Corey Feldman. Get yourself emancipated.
Right. You know, in Superbad, the actor that played McLovin was a minor. So in the scene where he loses his virginity, at the party, the actor's parents had to be there on set.
I've heard of stuff
during the shot.
Yeah, I've heard.
We shouldn't be blocking his cock. We should be guiding his cock.
I've heard it like that before too.
Yeah,
I heard that.
That's the law.
Which is, that's a good thing.
Well, yeah. It would be super awkward. Not as awkward as this, though. If you're like a 7-year-old kid, like bursting out from a nude corpse covered in blood.
Yeah, this was weird.
Like, wow, what is that kid doing now? He's probably in an asylum himself.
Oh yeah, he's definitely doing time.
Yeah, dude, he's probably more messed up than Jake Lloyd.
Yeah, he's got a cell right next to Jake Lloyd, probably.
Yeah, and so Officer Mandelbrot, I think he passed out from the horror of what he saw. He says, when I came to, little Evan was gone, right? So this is a symbolic rebirth of little Evan Jr.
Little Evan.
Yeah, from being Evan to being reborn as Dr. Giggles.
He's little Giggles.
He's little Giggle.
Oh, man. Second worst thing in the movie. And he said everything was clean. Like it was like it never happened. Evan's mom was even sewn back up, right? Because when we'd seen little Evan in the flashbacks, he was like, as a child, he was acting like a doctor.
Animals. He's operating on stuffed animals, and then his
taking
dad
the stuffing out.
But his dad takes him out of the room, and then the camera pans around the room, and we see every single stuffed animal in the room has been operated on with the stitches in their stomach.
Yeah, they'd all been sewn back up, and
he likes going through the stomach, apparently.
Yeah, and so just like all of his stuffed animals, he's clearly, as a child, he's sewed back up his mother's body that he escaped in somehow. Pretty dark stuff. Officer Joe says, Jesus, this is a major league fucked up town. Sorry, that's the wrong voice. Jesus, this is a major league fucked up town.
You almost sounded like Yosemite Sam there.
Yeah. Right. So I guess Officer Joe is not from the town. Maybe he's from,
Detroit?
the big city. And he says, why haven't you told anyone? Who'd believe a 20-year-old kid under too much pressure and too much moon glow?
Well, what the fuck is moon glow? What the fuck was he talking about when he said that?
I don't know. I don't know what the moon glow was.
Is that like a fake way of him saying moonshine? I don't know.
I don't know, but it's spelled GLO, so it almost sounds like a floor cleaner.
What was he huffing moon? He's huffing floor cleaner? Is that what it is?
I don't know. I don't know what the moon glow. I don't even remember that line being in the movie. But then he tells him a poem. Our town has a doctor, and his name is Rendell.
Okay.
Stay away from his house. He's a doctor from hell. Yes. Every last one. Oh, sorry. Chopped up his patients, every last one, and cut out their hearts purely for fun. So if you're from More High and you should get sick, then fall on your knees and pray you die quick.
Dr. Giggles' father has a Freddy type rhyme about him. The 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. Yeah,
you.
they even had to do that in this.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, there's definitely some inspiration from Freddy in this one, and a little bit of thematic similarity to Body Parts, which we watched.
Yeah.
And yeah, so don't go chasing nursery rhymes, right? Officer Joe. So then a phone call comes into Jennifer's house. Hi, you've reached the Campbell residence. Neither I or Jennifer can come to the phone right now. Please leave a message and we'll call you right back.
Jennifer.
Bye-bye. Hello, Mr. Campbell. This is Chief Harper at Moore High Station on West Street. Please call me about your daughter. She's safe, not in any trouble. I'm at 555, blah, blah, blah. And, yeah, so I think that's when that's when the dad goes back home. He's like, Jennifer? Tamara? Now where the hell did you go?
Yeah, and Dr. Giggles is in the house.
Okay, yeah, that's all right. That's when he's in the house and he attacks the father.
This is the only person, sorry, spoiler. This is the only person that Dr. Giggles left living that he had a chance to murder.
Yeah. So yeah, he attacks the father. We thought he was dead.
He could have murdered his daughter, but he needed her, I guess.
Oh, okay, yeah. So the reason that Giggles goes back to Jen's house the second time is looking for her, because she escaped from the House of Mirrors. She ran into the cops. Now she's being held at the police station for her protection or under like psych watch, either one. Meanwhile, Giggles goes back to her house. Dad comes home, sees that Jen's not there, and Tamara was killed there. But if Giggles is like cleaning up the scenes of his crimes, he probably got rid of the body and cleaned it up. But he doesn't have time. Dad doesn't have time to find a body anyway because Giggles attacks him.
But he didn't murder him.
We thought he did.
Yeah, it looked like he did until what's the name? Joe? Officer Joe?
Yeah.
I'll stop saying
Black Cop.
I'll stop saying Black Cop.
Well, I mean, it'll help the listeners to visualize the characters.
Officer Joe Reitz.
Yeah. He's a young officer who, based on that previous line, is probably newer to the town, which is good because then we can relate to that.
Well, because he's ignorant to the whole.
Right. It's like a lot of movies where, like, the main character arrives in a new location, and through their eyes, we learn all the new characters in the setting.
Also, that it was 35 years since this whole thing happened, so like.
Yes, exactly, 35 years, right?
Okay.
And so it's through Officer Wright's Joe that we learn about.
Yeah, newcomers are gonna have to be caught up on this.
Right. That's how we learned about Dr. Rendell, because Jen would already know the legend or the urban legend of Dr. Rendell. So he says, Mr. Campbell, Mother of God. Oh my God. He's like, hello, this is your new doctor. And I'm standing right by. Oh, yeah.
He leaves him a message telling him he's standing right behind him.
That's right. Yeah, there's a second message after the chief of police. That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. There's a second message. Hello, this is your new doctor, and I'm standing right behind you.
Oh, no.
Right? And so the dad's like, huh?
And guess what? He's standing right behind him.
He turns around, and there's Dr. Giggles.
He wasn't lying.
And he's holding it. He's holding... And he's holding some brutal medical instrument. What the hell is that?
One of many.
Many.
Many different torture devices.
And he says to the dad, if you think that's bad, wait until you get my bill. And he says,
doesn't kill him though. Doesn't kill him. Don't know how. Dr. Giggles let that one go.
All right, cut back to the police station, and Joe is walking around. He's been put on station duty, and he walks into the lobby. And what does he see?
Wait, that's not it. That doesn't happen yet, right?
Well, what happens next?
Okay.
The next line in the script is, "You owe me 35 years of sleep, you sick son of a bitch."
Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. When he gets the screwdriver in the back of the head or whatever it is, he gets something in the back of his head.
Is that Officer Mandelbrot that says that, or the chief?
Yeah.
You owe me 35 years of sleep, you sick son of a bitch.
Well, he doesn't say that until after he gets stabbed in the head with a fucking ice pick or screwdriver, whatever. Dr. Giggles gigs him in the back of the fucking head with
Could be like a lobotomy spike.
Yeah, it was almost like if anyone's ever seen Casino, Joe Pesci fucking stabs that dude in the back of the head with a fucking screw. Oh no, Goodfellas. And Joe Pesci stabs that dude in the back of the head with a screwdriver when he's in the backseat of the car. It was kind of similar to that, but this dude gets up. This dude gets up, points the gun at Dr. Giggles, and boom, hits Dr. Giggles in the fucking stomach.
Pew pew.
And then he dies though.
No.
Yeah,
He's got a
he does get a shot off on him though.
He got a parting shot.
Puts a hole in him, right? And
Big old fucking hole in Dr. Giggles.
Yep.
And what does Dr. Giggles say? You can operate on it.
He says, I think he says to himself, "This is going to take about 40 minutes. Try to relax."
And the motherfucker operates on it.
Right. We're like, how does he even see himself? But we realize that he can see. There's a mirror on the ceiling.
Yeah, we don't see that during the surgery scene. But yeah, he
Right.
performed surgery on himself.
Yeah.
Successful
just like
surgery
when-
on.
He's
Right.
giggling the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. So, like, there's an episode of House where House is like going a little crazy, and he's been taking some special experimental medicine.
When he's in the bathtub.
Yeah, and it's causing him to grow tumors in his leg, and he has to operate on it. But he wasn't legally allowed to use the experimental drugs, so he just operates on himself in the bathtub, right? And so he's like, cutting away at the tumors in his leg, and it's pretty brutal. But yeah, that's what it reminded me of. Dr. Giggles is doing it on his own torso.
Successfully.
Yep. He stitches himself right up.
Yeah, we just saw in this part that there was no mirror on the ceiling, that he was just operating on himself, but because he was looking up, not looking at his wound, and he got everything done. But then we see later on in the movie that there was a mirror above. So.
Yep.
Still it's impressive.
So so then we see Joe, right?
Well, taking a bullet out of your own stomach, yeah, I'd say that's pretty impressive.
Big boy bathtub party.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, is that an inside joke right there?
Yeah. So it was an email address that I found on one of my computers or whatever, and it was apparently my daughter's email address. It was Big Boy Bathtub Party.
Oh,
Big boy bathtub party.
Jesus Christ.
It's a little concerning.
Yeah, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Yeah, right. Whatever. Big Boy Bathtub Party. And then I did a super chat at Pete's and made him say Big Boy Bathtub Party. And it made him say that he was going to go to a Big Boy Bathtub Party.
If you go explaining the rest of that, this fucking stream is gonna last like 8 hours.
That's the rest of it. Well, if you guys didn't take 8 hours to discuss the movie.
I don't know if I want. No, I'm running almost.
No, I just want to make sure that I was getting things in the right order and not missing anything.
I'm running almost 2 hours.
All right, so
All right, I'll shut up, man.
Okay, so Joe walks into the lobby or the waiting room,
and you didn't bail yet, Carol. So
what?
You didn't pick a movie and bail yet, Carol. So
what does he find, Carol? What does Joe find?
I don't know. I don't know anymore. What does he
Carol's
find?
Carol's getting frazzled now.
Well, Joe gets pretty frazzled when he finds what he sees in there.
I
Oh,
don't remember.
the collection of all the corpses.
Bodies. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. So there's dead bodies all over the floor, and blood.
Oh, they're set up in the waiting room, sitting down.
Oh
They're
yeah. They're in the chair, yeah. And but they're all dead. And at first he doesn't seem to react much. He's just looking around like, and then he starts vomiting profusely. Oh, Manicore's moshing. So, yeah, he's getting sick from this. And then,
Let the bodies sit in the waiting room.
Yeah.
I guess that doesn't have the same ring to let the bodies hit the floor.
Your body's gonna hit the floor.
Yeah. And,
Mine?
No, keep going.
And, oh, yeah. So, Max
Carol.
shows up at the police station, right?
Carol, if you keep talking shit, that 12-week suspension is going to come back into play, okay?
Yeah. And is it Max that shows up asking about Jen? Is Jennifer okay? She's with the doctor, Dr. Chamberlain, right? So she's with. Okay, so yeah, that's right. They went to the hospital. That's right, because so yeah, Joe had gone. So that's why there's a waiting room there, because it's at the hospital. But yeah, all the people were dead. Jennifer is with the doctor, and
Her actual doctor. Her actual.
yeah.
Not Dr. Giggles. Her actual doctor.
Right.
The one who gave her heart thing.
Yeah. And
well, we got a nightmare scene too. Just like all these other movies we've been watching, like there's like nightmare scenes. Remember, she gets the nightmare scene that the doctor straps her down.
Yes.
And then
yeah, I forgot about that.
It's her doctor that straps her down, and then all of a sudden she looks at him, and it's Dr. Giggles.
Yep.
Oh, and we got a doctor fight too. That was awesome.
Yeah, and he says, "Physician, heal thyself."
We got dueling doctors in a fucking surgical. That doctor was doing he was doing good for a little bit.
Right. Oh yeah. So they realized that this guy's out there, right? So I saw him. So they realized that Dr. Giggles has escaped from Terrawood State Hospital.
What was it called?
Terrawood. Oh, Carol, you're right. He was 7 years old. He escaped 2 weeks ago. A 42-year-old male schizophrenic killed 3 hospital personnel, ID unknown, orphaned at age 7. He's 40. That means born in 1952 and orphaned in 1959. What does all this mean? Right. So I doubt I could convince anyone else, but I'm taking another look at that house. So that's right. They go back to the house. Okay. Slasher. All right, help me out here. Fill in the gap for me. Because we went from the police station to
okay. Well, Max was concerned because he saw that there was a doctor on the prowl.
Yeah.
From the fun house where she escaped.
Oh yeah, because he was dressed like a doctor.
So Max is in the police station. He wants to go with the other cop, and they won't let him, and he escapes from the police station.
Yeah.
And he starts going on the prowl himself.
Right. Okay. Go on.
Yeah, Max the douchebag, by the way.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Jen caught him making out with the skanksophonist.
Skanksophonist.
Okay, so So Jen, now was Jen transferred to the hospital?
The sack sucker.
Oh,
Yeah.
ew.
Let's see. I'm going. Like hell you are. Sit down and wait for your parents. Like hell I'm not. Chief Harper.
You know, my
Joe
dad
Campbell.
can't tell me what to do.
Oh, her dad's name is Joe also. Right. Dr.
They run out of
Chamberlain.
names for characters.
Yeah, so Dr. Chamberlain, which is Jen's doctor, says you're supposed to be relaxing. The machine. I'm sorry, Jennifer. I'm afraid we have to go in. Dr. Chamberlain, what are you doing? Don't worry, Jennifer. It's just a routine operation. Jennifer. Dr. Chamberlain. So she had a nightmare. That was a nightmare slasher mention. So come on, sit up. Take a deep breath. Checks the readout. She looks okay. She's going to be fine. And
we get the doctor fight.
yeah, and Dr. Giggles says, if I were you, I'd get a second opinion. Uh-huh.
Stop it, Mickey.
And they get a doctor fight, and he has a line, my problem is I care too much.
They're dueling too.
Yeah.
They were actually dueling. Like a couple of swashbucklers.
Swashbucklers.
Yeah, like a sword fight, like Errol Flynn and Tyrone Power.
And this is where we see Dr. Giggles could actually like fight. Like everything else, Dr. Giggles has been surprising people and intimidating them and scaring them. But there's like Dr. Giggles, you could go hand to hand.
Yeah, so they fight it out. But yeah, no, he's pretty formidable.
Yeah, he has the fucking the little thing to test your reflexes, bonking you on the knee.
Yeah. Oh yeah, little hammer thing. They said, this isn't happening. That is very, very unprofessional of you, doctor. Stay away from her. I'm not above showing a little professional courtesy. How about a free examination? Oh yeah, and then he like bludgeons him, right? Does he bust him in the knee?
All right, no. All right. This is where he takes the fucking all right, I'd say this was a pretty interesting kill.
Oh yeah.
Blood pressure thing and wraps it around his neck.
Yeah. Let's take your blood pressure, huh? Wraps around his neck and starts pumping it.
What was he doing?
Pumping it.
Okay. Wasn't sure I heard you right.
And he keeps on pumping it until pops his head.
I'd say that was
Kills
one of
Dr.
the
Chamberlain.
interesting kills of the movie.
Yeah, no, that was a very that was kind of a Freddy moment, right? It was a pretty
So a vein popping out of the side of this guy's head before he fucking finally died.
right. And he says, "Relax and breathe normally. I'm afraid the news is bad. I give you 6 seconds to live." Any last words, doctor? And then and he said, Dr. Giggles says, either you're dead or my watch has stopped. Uh-huh.
And we see that there's a bullet hole in his watch.
Yep.
From where he got shot.
Right.
Rubber
And he tells Jen, just relax. It'll all be over before you know it. Uh-huh.
Do you think they made him too hardcore by being able to get set on fire and shot in the stomach? Like
A little bit.
That was a little over the top.
I don't think it was a little over the top.
Yeah, he was pretty. He was a little like okay, like Jason got more and more superhuman as the series went on. So this is maybe like
Yeah. Even
Nightmare
though
on Elm Street. Or
even
sorry,
though more of his fucking flesh, he was getting stronger.
yeah,
Like, the more you could see his ribs, it seemed the stronger he could get throughout the fucking.
yeah. This is maybe like Friday the 13th, like 3 level, and so He injects Jen with a sedative and knocks her out, and she wakes up and she's in it. She's still in the gown, but she's got like a square hole in the middle of her chest open. But there's a no nudity clause in the contract, so we don't see any nipples. But you just see this. Yep. And there's no live titties in the movie. And
no titties.
Yeah. And so
other than getting cut out of the stomach woman. That wasn't a real woman.
Right. Yeah, it was a prop. It was a good prop though. And he says, "No need to be shy around me, young lady." And he takes the scalpel and he brings up to her chest. And he says, "Oh, sorry, these things get cold." Right? And then who busts in?
Blacktop.
Officer Wrights. Yep.
Sorry.
There you go. Pumping it.
You're gonna clip that, aren't you?
We're gotta have to.
Pumping it.
Mallet. There you go. Is that a mallet? That should look like a backwards fucking tomahawk. Would you call that a mallet?
Yeah, mallet. Yeah.
Why did it look like a tomahawk?
They all look like that. Right. So he busts in and does he shoot him? Or shoot at him?
Well, all right. They all get into a scrap because even fucking Max comes in. It's like Dr. Giggles versus Max and versus goddamn, what's her name?
Jen?
I was gonna say Holly Marie Combs, but I don't want to keep calling her by her real fucking name.
I just call her Piper because I know her from Charmed.
All right, so I'll call her Piper from now on. Like, how does Piper get out of her? Does she get herself out of the situation? Max get her out of the situation.
I don't really remember. I think she does. Could be wrong.
Either way, Dr. Giggles gets into a scrap. The dude, the officer pulls the gun on him, and how does the officer lose the gun?
I don't remember. Oh, so we've moved though, right? We've moved locations, right? Because she was at the hospital with her doctor, and then when Giggles knocks her out, she wakes up in an operating room, but it's not at the hospital anymore, right?
No, it's his house.
Right. So we've actually moved from one medical location to another. So now she's actually in the basement of the house. Forgot to mention that. Yeah. And so Officer Wrights and Max knew where to find her.
Heart. That's just, for some reason, he really wants her heart. I don't understand why he thinks a girl with a weak heart. Does he really think he's going to put his mother back together with a girl with a weak heart?
No, he's just obsessed. He's really fixated on it. And he says, my father finished. He's like, never a nurse around when you need one. Uh-huh. He said, my father finished this after my mother died. He never got to use it. It was too late. You'll be the first, Jennifer. You see, Jennifer, before we can replace the broken heart, symbolism, we have to stop it from beating. Plain and simple. There will be no medication. Just a single jolt of electricity. It's a necessary step. Right. Oh, yeah. So actually, before he even tries to cut her, he, I can't believe I forgot that part. It's a really important part. He takes the defibrillator and stops her heart.
And she's dead. Yes.
Yeah. She flatlines.
She legit dies.
Yep. Legally dead. And that's when Joe busts in, fires a shot at him, and Giggs runs off into the house, which we know from earlier has secret passageways all over the place. So he disappears. And luckily...
It takes like 5 minutes for Joe to revive her.
Yeah. Well, luckily, Joe doesn't immediately chase Dr. Giggles. He goes right to Jennifer, a.k.a. Piper. And yeah, but he doesn't use the defibrillator to restart her heart or kickstart her heart. as Nikki Sixx would say.
Whoa. Yeah.
Kickstart my heart, give it a start. Whoa. Yeah. Baby. Do. And so he gives her CPR. Whoa. Yeah. And yeah, just by breathing into her mouth and putting his hands on her chest and pumping it.
And pumping it. Grabbing them.
Grabbing it,
Darius,
pumping it up. But yeah, we see on the heart monitor, boop, boop. He revives her from the dead. This guy is, in my opinion, the hero of the movie.
He should have made it throughout the movie. Sorry, spoiler.
Yeah. Right. At this point, we started taking bets about whether Joe, the black cop, behaving heroically, was going to survive the movie or not. Right? Because Giggles has made it out. He's still alive out there, and
And he made a real big effort to fight Dr. Giggles off.
Oh yeah. So yeah, now that Jen is okay, it's time to focus on. He's like, "Stay here, don't go anywhere." And she, instead of saying like, "No, please don't leave me," she says, "Okay." And so he goes off looking for Dr. Giggles with his revolver. And is that when Max shows up?
Yeah. Good old Max ends up coming through.
Yeah. Jennifer.
I can't believe Max.
love you.
Love you.
Really, we all put bets. We all thought that Max was gonna die.
Oh yeah, I thought for sure Max was gonna die. And I thought that Officer Wrights was probably going to die. But the point was also made that
Did you think that she was going to be the sole survivor?
Well, yeah, her, yeah, probably her and maybe her father.
Sorry, spoiler.
You mean the last girl, final girl? Sorry,
Well,
that the term is final girl.
Final girl.
Yeah. Come on, Max ain't the fucking hero of this. Max is just some fucking side douchebag.
Dirtbag.
He's a side douchebag that decides, like, I don't want to be a douchebag anymore. I'm concerned now. That's basically what Max was.
Right. And so, despite breaking her heart, the point was also made that he might live because he showed concern for her. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't make up for what he's already done. But, yeah. So, oh yeah, I forgot. Giggles, when Officer Wrights busts in, he's like, don't move. Giggles says, I don't believe you had an appointment. Oh yeah. And he goes, get the fuck away from her. And Giggles says the famous line, have a heart. And he throws a human heart at him.
Yeah.
That one? He had a lot of good ones. I can't say there's a famous line because there was too many. He had too many. That's the problem.
Yeah.
He could have had more.
Right. So let's see.
Freddy wasn't full of one-liners. Freddy, like, he would, occasionally have one-liners.
Yeah. All right. So help me with the details here, because now Max showed up and went to Jen. Meanwhile, Officer Wrights goes looking for Dr. Giggles.
Well, this is when Max escaped from the precinct, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Cop didn't want him following him. So that's when Max showed up there.
Yep. Up to the house. He's like, I'm getting you out of here, Jen, okay? Don't look, Jen. Just shut your eyes, okay?
Oh yeah, when he takes her through the waiting room of all the dead bodies.
Yeah. And but yeah, no, like in the house though, like there's like a whole series of action and fighting where Giggles like he like busts a hole in a tank of gas, and then
It's
it
explosion.
lights on fire, and he gets lit on fire.
Yeah. On their way out of the house. Yes.
Yeah, and so like Giggles is himself on fire, but he doesn't die, and then the whole house catches fire, and part of the stairway, like Slasher said earlier, like falls apart, and
Well,
have to try and make it out.
They were climbing up the stairway. That was before the house was on fire. That was a couple minutes before the house got set on fire.
Okay.
But Dr. Giggles is throwing a shit fit. The house is on fire. They're escaping, minus the cop. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Officer Blackington.
Right. Oh yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, because I remember he loses his gun, it gets knocked down, and like Jen picks it up and tries to shoot Dr. Giggles, and but yeah, no, Giggles gets lit on fire, and then the whole house is on fire and burns down. Sadly, Officer Rice dies in the escape, and only Jen. What?
Sadly, Max lives.
Yeah, sadly, Max survives. He and Jen make it out of the house, and the house burns down,
By the way,
presumably killing Dr. Giggles.
Darius. I'm sorry. I would like to apologize to the actor that played. Let's see, Glenn Quinn. I'd like to apologize to you playing Max Anderson. I just didn't like you in this movie. I'm not on you in any sort of way. And I see that you are on Roseanne and Angel. Okay.
Oh, he played Mark.
Guys had a career. Okay.
I'm not Roseanne. Oh wait, Glenn Quinn. I think I know him from.
I'm not wishing any ill will on you, Glenn Quinn. I'm just saying your character in this movie sucked.
Let's see. Who is he? I watched every episode of Angel. Who did he? Oh, Doyle. Okay, he was Doyle. Doyle.
I've never watched Angel, so I wouldn't know.
Doyle.
But anywho, Glenn Quinn. No offense.
Okay. All right. So yeah, no, Doyle was in season 1. I think he was the one that got the visions that Cordelia took over that role in like seasons 2 through 5.
Sure, if you say so.
Yeah, he was like he got premonitions of horrible like supernatural murders before they happened, and then Angel would investigate and try to stop them, and he would kill vampires and demons and werewolves and stuff. But they realized the show needed more estrogen, so they brought Cordelia in from Buffy.
I never watched any of the Buffy shows, so I wouldn't know.
Darius, did you watch these on your own, or did you watch it with your girlfriend?
Oh no, I don't watch much Buffy, but I watched every episode of Angel.
Okay.
Yeah, Manticore remembers him.
You guys are going on the chart, you know that, right?
Yeah, don't tell Jens.
Oh, the
soy boy.
Nah, I'm kidding. He knows. Yeah, the visions were killing him, right?
Oh, you're.
And
yeah,
Buffy.
He liked Angel and Buffy.
I do know a lot of dudes who did like Buffy.
Well, the first friend that I had when
don't get me wrong, I know some of the girls that were on Buffy, and you know they were hot and all, but didn't keep me watching the show.
Well, that's what's funny is because when my best friend and I met when we were like 12, we had a third member of our group, and named Alex. Alex was a huge fan of Buffy, and I was like, "What's the show about?" He's like, "Oh, well, you know, it's about a girl who kills vampires." What's the appeal of the show? I asked him, and he's like, "Oh, well, you know, there's action and there's comedy." I'm like, "What's the third thing?" He's like, "Oh, Buffy." That Buffy was like a reason to watch the show because she was hot.
Sorry, did this person not know of the fucking movie before the show came out?
I don't think so. Yeah, but guess what? 10 years later, I didn't see him for like 10 years, and then I found out way later that this dude Alex was super gay. So the same kid who was telling me that you know he watched Buffy because Buffy was hot turned out to be gay.
Okay.
Which is amusing to me.
I mean, The first thing I knew of Buffy the Vampire Slayer was the fucking movie with Christy Swanson.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Show
Manticore didn't like the movie.
Show wasn't out till years later.
Was it
Pee
Pee Wee Herman in the movie?
Pee Herman and Luke Perry.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so the house burns down, right? Officer Wrights was killed, and Dr. Giggles presumably dead in the fire. We just have Jen and Max making it out. And so then
that house fucking exploded.
Yeah, yeah, and because we cut to the fair.
That shit didn't burn down. That shit exploded.
Right, and we see like skank number 2 walking around the fair, and everyone looks over to the edge of town. You see a big mushroom cloud of fire.
Jesus.
So yeah. Oh, Giggs is dead for sure, right?
No.
Everyone can relax now.
That's
Jen
when I
can relax.
That's when I looked at the timestamp and I was like, no way he's dead yet.
9 minutes left in the movie. Not a chance.
No fucking way.
Right.
We got to get 8 more minutes of Dr. Giggles alive. And that's about what we got.
Oh, dude, when does he say was it at the house where Giggles says, "Time to do what doctors do best"?
Oh shit, yeah. When he starts attacking the 3 of them in the house and he grabs the golf clubs.
Yeah.
That was before the house exploded.
Yeah. Yeah, he said, "Time to do what doctors do best," and he grabs a golf club.
He's fighting all them off with a fucking golf club.
Right, and he busts him with it, and it doesn't kill him, and he says, "Should have used an 8 iron."
He bends it like it's bent, and he's like, "I should have used an 8 iron."
This is gonna hurt you a lot more than it hurts me. Oh yeah, and he tells her, "I haven't discharged you."
So she's in the hospital getting
the surgery. Right, she's still gonna get the surgery. She's not too traumatized from the experience.
Yeah.
With Dr. Giggles. She's going to get the surgery.
Her heart is doing just fine enough to have the surgery at this point.
Right. Now. Even though she was defibrillated to death and brought back to life, her heart was still holding on.
And then all of a sudden, the door starts bleeding.
Yeah. There's blood coming in from under the door, and she's got the gas mask over her face. She's getting the anesthetic already, and so the nurse goes to investigate. She opens the door and sees the blood trail leads up to a dead body.
Not just
another dead body.
There was fucking mad dead bodies in that fucking waiting in that. Where he first walked up, where she first walked up, there's a lot of dead bodies.
Everybody's dead.
Everybody.
Yep. And let's see. Oh yeah. The stream is too much on the valve. Scoot over. Oh yeah. They wanted her to count backwards, right, from 100.
And then he comes into the waiting room, into the operating room with his medieval devices.
Oh yeah, he comes in with his instead of having his little bag, he's got a suitcase this time.
Face all burnt up.
Yep, all burned up, looking half Freddy Krueger. Bigger bag.
You're looking half the Rant from Darkman, half Freddy Krueger.
These are some gnarly medieval looking medical tools.
A lot of
one, and while he's pulling them out one by one, the doctor standing right next to Jen is just staring at him, watching him do this, saying nothing.
Yeah, he's confused. My whole guess was that he was just totally fucking baffled. He was confused. He didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Right. Who the hell are you? I'm your doctor.
He's a doctor. He's not a security guard, so he didn't know what the fuck was going on.
And he says, "What in God's name are those?" just a little something I threw together. Huh? Of course, they haven't been tested yet. And then he takes it and just impales that doctor right through the face with this like retracting. Okay, imagine if the alien head with the mouth inside the mouth from Alien was just like a medieval medical instrument, right? It's made of metal, so it has these long spikes that point at the doctor's head, and you just think just these two spikes shoot out, and then when they pull back, the doctor's glasses are impaled on the spikes.
Yeah, we
These
did.
big window-pane glasses.
There's some that they spare us the gore and the like. All right, that one was just like, we see him stab him, but he just pulls his arm back real quick.
Yeah, and so Jen looks up. Suddenly, she notices that he's in the room, like she's got the anesthetic gas on her face, and she's suddenly realizes he's there. She says, freaks out, says, "You were dead. I'm not that good a doctor." Jennifer, there's still time. Let's pick up where we left off. So she runs away. She starts running. Rips the mask off, starts running away, and he says, "Is it my bedside manners?" And she runs off. Of course, everyone's dead. No one to help her. And she runs into like a closet with a window in the door and locks it behind her. And Giggles comes up to it, sees her through the window, and he starts pounding on the window. She's panicking, and she is like loopy from the gas. By the way, she's stumbling around.
Have heart surgery, and she wakes up to all this shit.
Yeah. She was almost unconscious, but she's stumbling around. So she's locked in the closet, and he's busting on the window. Everyone else is dead, so she's all alone. Well, what's she gonna do? And so she looks. There's equipment in this closet, and she looks around, and she sees a defibrillator. And then you see Giggles busts open the window.
And what was that she splashed on the floor? What was that?
That was either water or some kind of chemical, some flammable chemical. And
she sets him up nicely. She sets him up nicely with that.
Yeah. And she takes these two glass bottles of liquid, throws them at him, and they shatter, covering him with liquid, and the floor, it's all wet. It's clear liquid. And he says, "Jennifer, it's time to take your medicine."
And then what's the one-liner that she says? She throws him a one-liner.
Carol, do you want to say it?
Oh, wait, not. I don't remember this one, but the next one, because this isn't just the end. That's not the end of Dr. Giggles. Well, she zaps the floor and he's electrocuted.
She says, "Try some of your own medicine."
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah, she defibrillates the floor and shocks him.
And motherfucker, still not dead.
He's like,
and then comes in Dr. Giggles tools.
Yeah, and he says, "I don't feel well." And so she picks up one of his
two
implements. Two of them. Yeah,
because
that's right. She picks up two of them.
That's where the plot comes into play.
And she says, Carol, do you remember this one?
No.
Jesus
Sasha, do you want to say it?
I'll remember when you say it. Shut up.
She says,
has your name in the beginning of the stream.
She says, "Take two and call me in the morning." And then, bam! Impales him with both. Ugh.
And he's still babbling.
Yeah.
While he's dying, he's still babbling.
His dying line is there a doctor in the house? Dead.
And falls forward. I was glad. I thought they were going to make him fall backwards so it didn't go through him. But they actually had the decency for him to fall forward and oof.
Yep. So he's finally dead. And
Dead.
yep. And then Dad shows up. Hey, sport. Hi, Daddy. How you feeling? Feeling okay. Heck of a way to start off the summer, huh? Roll credits. And that's the movie.
I liked this movie.
He did.
I like it.
I did like this movie. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
that.
it was pretty corny, but like you knew what it was.
And I really thought I had seen this movie before, but watching it, I was like, I don't remember a single. See, I did watch Body Parts, and I do remember certain things that happened. This one, I was like completely in the dark. So. Dope ass movie.
Kapoom.
Pew.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's yeah, it wasn't terrible.
Was
Better
it
than
terrible?
Better than the Batman.
Better than Batman.
Yeah. Because Dr. Giggles wasn't some incel YouTuber in a gimp suit.
This movie wasn't boring. It didn't make me stop the movie in the middle of watching it and have to come back to it like an hour and a half or 2 hours later just to finish it. Anywho.
Anywho.
So, you got a grade for this, Darius?
You know, I guess I'd give it a 6 out of 10.
What'd you like about it?
I did like the cornball lines. The movie knew what it was, and they were funny enough. They made sense, because that's the thing. In a lot of movies like that, where everyone has a line, there'll be a couple where the line just doesn't make sense. You know, where it's like a real reach. Everything was sort of, every line he had was related to whatever he was doing at the time. So like it was corny. I don't know if I'd say it was campy.
I'd give it a bit campiness.
Yeah, it was kind of on the line of camp. It wasn't like Batman from the 60s, but it was like, you know, yeah, it was campy in that this doctor is going around killing people with one-liners. And but yeah, I mean, the movie was internally consistent with itself. There's a couple pretty horrible moments, but it is a horror movie. And yeah, ultimately there was a lot of fun moments, and it had good pacing, I will say that, and it wrapped itself up nicely. The characters were consistent with themselves. You knew who they were, you knew how they felt about each other, and wasn't too gory, but they didn't skimp on the blood when necessary.
I would say it was pretty gory. I would say it kind of was. I mean, it's not hobo with a shotgun gory.
Yeah, and it's not like what's the hostile guy?
Oh, fucking Eli Roth.
Yeah, it wasn't an Eli Roth level movie, but yeah, no, I mean it was as gory as it needed to be, no more, no less.
Yeah, they could have went a lot gorier with it than they did. That's true.
And
they showed a whole entire scene of him fucking cutting that dude's balls off or whatever he did. They could have did that.
Yeah, Eli Roth would have done it, but we didn't need to see that, and we did. We understood
right. Definitely would have.
That the horny virgin guy had his dick chopped off or lacerated or whatever. We get that from the blood on the sheet, and it's thematic to the situation when he died, and it was related to his character, right? Because he just wanted to get laid, and so he got killed in the dick. So yeah, I mean, yeah. In retrospect, the characters, like they were actually fairly well established who they were, and the kills were at least somewhat related to who the character was. And I think, looking back on it, I think the pacing of the movie was actually really good, and as far as like the way that events take place, and also the way that it manages time, because even though I had a hard time keeping track of like who was where and when trying to remember, the movie kept track of it pretty well, of where the characters were, how long things took. It even had the guy in the bathroom, like, you know, the reason that he fishes the condom out of the toilet is to keep him in the bathroom long enough for the girl to get killed.
That was a typical teenager dying in a slasher movie type deal. Him fishing the condom, like that could have been in one of the Friday the 13th.
Right.
That legit could have been in one of the Friday the 13th.
Right, because like another movie might have had him like smoking a joint in the bathroom, being like, just a minute.
I'm surprised there was no one smoking at all in this movie.
Right. But then you have to come up with why is he hiding it in the bathroom? Well, maybe she doesn't like it. Wasn't she going to smell it on him? And you basically end up with something that doesn't make sense. This was actually pretty clever.
I was just meaning like that there was no one smoking weed in the movie at all.
Oh, right, because usually when we see like young people getting slaughtered.
But yeah, I'm saying we saw Piper had a group of idiot friends. You know, one of them could have been a fucking pothead. You know?
Right. What I didn't like, even more than the fact that Officer Wrights died, which I predicted he would, but I still thought he was the most heroic character in the movie, and I really liked him, and I didn't want to see him die. But he basically sacrificed himself, saving Jen. What
Nice,
me?
Dude, he revives her. He brought her back to life.
Yeah, and he brings her back from the dead. Like, this guy was a champion. So it was sad to see him die. But at the end, after she defeats Dr. Giggles, she Max is there, and
fucking Max.
When the credits roll, she took him back.
Yeah,
She's still with Max. So not only did Max survive when I thought for sure he was dead, and I totally expected it, and I was totally fine with that because he was such a dirtbag, but he survives, and she takes him back.
Maybe it's this mentality. The whore is dead. The sax blowing whore is dead. So if she realizes there's not going to be no more distractions now.
There's no more
but if that's the case, she's placing the blame on the wrong person.
Unless the other whore comes into play, the one who sold out Anna.
There will always be more.
That's true.
So, like Max can't be trusted, but she's going to trust him again.
You know what? Now there's going to be more whores on the horizon because they're going to hear that he was involved in this whole thing, like through the news media. And they're going to be like, you're that guy. You know, that sort of shit.
You saved Jen's life. I heard about that.
Yep.
Where's Jennifer now? She's not here.
He's gonna
Can you show me how to play the skin flute?
You're gonna throw wet. He's gonna get fucking wet paint, fucking whacking him in the face, left and right.
Yeah, he's gonna be walking around on campus with Jen, and panties are just gonna be hitting him in the head, and she's gonna be like, "It's not my fault, baby. I can't help it." Whatever, Max. I swear I would never cheat on you.
So let's see a sequel. Let's see a sequel of Dr. Giggles that has nothing to do with Dr. Giggles. It just has to do with their relationship problems.
Yes. Right. So then as soon as she walks away, Skanks 3, 4, and 5 come up to him like, where's she going? She's got to go to class.
I'll call it Jen and Max.
Oh, can I play the clarinet for you? Sure. How's your embouchure?
All right, I'm not going to give Hollywood any more fucking ideas.
He'll finally get his 3-way.
Carol, what's your rating on this?
I'm gonna go maybe like 7, maybe an 8. Can I go 7.5? I liked it.
Out of a 10?
Well, yeah.
Or a
50? That much more than Zardoz?
If you ever bring that movie up again.
Dude, this was 1,000,000 times better than Zardoz. I would actually watch this again.
Oh.
No more dolphin love and diapers, okay?
What did you like about this, Carol?
I like the gore and that it was like right out the gate.
Yeah, all right. No joke. I had a feeling you were gonna like the gore.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why.
Blood.
I think it was because of the fun you had watching Hobo with the Shotgun. I had a feeling it was gore.
Oh yeah.
I do like a bit of overtop blood splatter.
You also like unnecessary nudity, which
I do.
just
I
didn't
don't
have
know
enough
why.
of.
No, it did not. We're going to have to try harder with the next one.
And dead nudity doesn't count.
This was severely lacking in nudity.
Wasn't it Darius' turn to pick a movie? Find me some boobies.
Yeah, it's Darius' turn to pick a movie.
Oh, I could probably do that.
So, I don't give it the number ratings. I give it thumbs up, thumbs down.
You give
Thumb,
it a thumbs up.
a thumb slightly up the pooper, slightly, slightly.
It's a suppository.
I mean, I would watch this again, but I won't watch it again tomorrow.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yep.
And I will say it's better than the Batman. So, say goodnight to everybody. Manicore, Games, Phone. Oh, Darius. Darius in the comments is a totally different person from Darius on the panel. Cherry. Smirk. And yeah, remember to use this word, everyone.
Skankaphobe.
We must stop the skankophobes. Oh, Carol in the comments is different from Carol in the
She is.
panel. Parrothead. Parrothead, who kind of blew my mind with the whole thing that he was identifying as a doctor. So, to me, that kind of says that someone can do this these days and try to get away with it.
Go ahead, you try.
No.
All right, trying. Raquel, it's your turn.
Raquel. Raquel, you missed a great movie, by the way. You need to watch it, Raquel. It's a coming-of-age tale.
Coming of age.
Moira, thank you. Full custom hot dog. Thank you.
Diggity dog.
And all right, next week is Darius's movie. You're up next, Darius.
All right.
Whether you want to say something or not before I end the stream, what it's going to be, or whether you want to think about it.
Yeah, I have no idea. I haven't even thought about it yet.
I got you. And Cal, yes, you have no 12-week ban. As long as you do not pick Attack of the Killer Tomatoes part.
I will pick a much better movie.
Killer Tomatoes.
I will do better. I won't fire another torpedo. A revenge movie.
Wait,
Unless
for
Darius
this?
really screws it up next week.
A revenge movie for this?
No. I said I won't do another revenge movie
Okay.
unless Darius really screws it up next week.
I got you.
Well, you made a request, so I will try to.
I forgot to put.
I'll try to give you what you asked for.
Okay, you better.
I'll throw all the links up there. Sorry. All right, so I'm just wondering what the hell type of movie, before I end this, what Darius would pick. Is he going to pick an action movie, a sci-fi movie, an 80s movie, a 90s movie?
Well, last time I picked a sci-fi movie and Carol hated it, so maybe I'll go with an action movie this time.
Okay.
But it has to have unnecessary titties.
Yes. No old men in diapers.
All right.
And no old men in diapers.
Well, Zardoz did have titties.
It had old man in diapers.
Yeah, it had old men in diapers too.
And dolphin love.
It wasn't enough to save the movie.
No.
Yeah,
I mean, I like it, but it's just weird.
All
I like
right.
sci-fi.
Bye, everybody.
Later,
Thanks
folks.
Good night, everyone.